What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of Show and Tell After Dark, where we talk about all things art, all things music, all things Boston. This episode, we are talking about love and dating. My name is Cricket Smith. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. Sorry, y'all. Started from my friend over here. What's up?
What's up,
Brandon.
Brandon.
Period. I remembered.
My name's Brandon.
I'm good with names. I'm really good with names.
Tell us about yourself.
Oh, that's all.
You are, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to tell you what you
Yeah,
do.
for sure. My name's Brandon from Jersey, living in Boston. I'm an entrepreneur and an author. Published a book in 2020 and running a technology company helping Black entrepreneurs launching in the spring on the App Store in Boston.
And you said
what's
the
up.
dating experience is where? Up, down.
Definitely,
Yeah. Okay. An author said that. Okay.
Nakim. I'm originally from North Carolina. Came to Boston, go to college at Northeastern. Right now, I just got a job at Medford High School to be a football coach.
Oh, nice.
That's good. That's what's
and
up.
I also teach kids from 5 to 13 like speed, agility work with some sports stuff.
Okay.
So it's been a good experience so far.
And the dating experience for you? Meh.
Meh.
Okay. Two
Meh.
mehs. Okay. What up, light skin?
What's going on? I'm David. I'm also from Northeastern. We all ran track actually.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Track
but,
boys.
Yeah, track gang. and woman.
Track days.
Yeah, right now I'm doing trade operations with Morgan Stanley, and have a couple other side hobbies, just like kind of just trying to build myself up. Acquire some different like types of skills and stuff like coding, web design, web development. A little bit, yeah.
He built a video game.
Made a little video game. Made a little project
What
side.
are you using Unity?
Godot. It's like similar. It's kind of like the same thing, but it uses like a language similar to Python. So,
Okay.
yeah, but kind of just been chilling.
And where's the dating experience for you?
Kind of meh or
Meh?
bad.
It's
probably,
down?
Probably down.
Okay.
Yeah.
One down. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Leanne Redwood. I'm originally from Long Island, New York, and then I came here to Northeastern University. I currently work for the Boston Red Sox as a youth programs coordinator, specializing in youth baseball and softball, and of course education. And my dating experience in Boston has also been just kind of like on the...
Wait, so there's like meh and down, or just which one?
We could just... It's
Hi, I'm Danielle. I went to Northeastern with everyone else here. I did chemical engineering, and right now I'm a process engineer at a engineering and architecture firm. And my dating experience has been, I would say,
Complete down.
yeah,
Meh or meh?
yeah, like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are like young, like entrepreneurial, kind of like business savvy type people. Why would you say like fucking the dating experience is terrible in Boston, or like maybe for Black people in general? Like what's going on?
And what's your definition of dating? Because everybody has their own definition. So let's define your definition of dating first. Then get into my friend question.
Who's going?
I feel like for me, for dating, I think there's like different points in your life. Like for me now, dating is like finding that person that I want to spend basically my life with, have kids with. But back in the days, dating was just like
We're 25. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's supposed to be in your whole phase.
I did that.
Yeah.
I did that.
Right.
I did that. Trust
Excuse
me.
me.
You're coming off the end of it.
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
It was a good ride.
Right.
Now I'm
Now you're
done.
looking for a wife.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. Yeah, but now I'm like I said, right now I'm chilling. So yeah.
You fuck that?
I would say I think there's a difference, and our generation gets it all fucked up. Like there's a difference between dating and a relationship. I feel like dating is not exclusive. A relationship is exclusive. So I would say the dating scene, in terms of me dating however many people at a time and experiencing that and testing that out, has been okay. And relationship wise in Boston, taking that next step has also been kind of meh. Not anything that's like I found my wife or anything like that.
Let me ask that question though. He said dating is not exclusive. Do you guys believe that? When a guy says like, "Oh yeah, we're dating," do you think that's not exclusive? He's like, "Oh, he's entertaining like 5 girls at the same time."
I think it depends on where you are in the dating phase. I
It's
feel like,
phases.
yeah.
Okay.
If I go on 1 or 2 dates with you, I don't think I should only feel obligated to date only you. I feel like that's a point where we're still, how deep do we know each other after two engagements over, like, 2.5 hour dinner or 2.5 hour activity movie, Dating with intention is like dating to marry, as they say. Dating to figure yourself out in a romantic kind of sense, I feel like it's a symbiotic relationship in a sense of when we're
lot of
two.
syllables.
Come on, baby.
No.
Come on, baby. Where two people are learning and benefiting from the situation, trying to learn and unlearn their dating habits, what they like, what they dislike. And of course, as they mentioned, that comes in phases, and I agree with that. If I go on 2 dates with a guy, I don't think that means any sense of exclusivity. However, you can get to a point with time, and it's not just dating, it's the communication that you do and the off time of that. Like, are we talking on the phone? Like, are we FaceTiming? Are we sending each other TikToks, reels, memes? Like, how do we like cultivate that relationship outside of what we're doing just in front of each other,
Well, now I'm not trying to, be a little negative.
Are you
but-
really not trying to be negative,
I'm
or if you
kinda-
just
okay,
want to be
okay, I'm
negative?
trying to be
I
negative.
really.
You guys all gave me meh and like down. Could it be because you guys are all entertaining too many people at the same time? Because that's what you guys consider dating.
Here we go.
You guys always got one in the chamber.
I'll answer.
And not only that, but what even is the definition of a positive relationship? Like, what is the definition of a relationship going well for you?
I would say two people who are completely on the same page. Simple, very simple. But I just think it's really hard because nobody's on the same page ever.
That's because nobody has those. Like, when people be like, okay, what are you looking for in the relationship? Like, you go to that girl's dad's house, and he's like, what's your intentions with my daughter? Those conversations have been knocked out in between the dad and the potential boyfriend, but they've all also been knocked out of the conversation altogether. So people get into these dating habits, and
they don't really know what they're doing.
right, and they didn't fucked around 3 or 4 times, and they're like, what are we doing? Nah, it's too late.
Yeah.
Everybody just abort mission.
It could be that, but I'm gonna bring it back because I think you're trying to multitask.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're trying to get on the same page, but you're multitasking.
You're
You know
doing
what I
too
mean?
much.
Well,
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about me specifically.
Oh,
I was just saying in the ether.
Oh, okay.
It's out there. But for men who may be going through that problem, not me, but men.
You seen your friends go through that?
Not these friends, but friends.
Yeah, but friends.
friends.
Put names to it.
Friends.
Somebody's friends.
I would say
It's probably
like
them though.
to Leanne's point, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with like if you're having like a first date with different people, right? Because there's no conversation there about exclusivity.
Yeah.
That's fine. Like you want to get to know them.
Yeah.
But I feel like the whole problem around, especially our generation, is no one communicates what they actually feel.
That's right.
I'm
It's
very
scared.
honest, and I communicate. I think I communicate very well. Like you're gonna know my intentions if I see something with you, if I don't, right? But I feel like this generation does not do that. So there's always a disconnect between one or two people.
And you're saying that I'm assuming that you're heterosexual. I'm assuming this is heterosexual talk. Everyone's hetero.
Yeah, correct.
Little gay.
No.
Just asking. Gotta ask these things. But you're saying that so in your dating experience, maybe not yours, because I don't want to get too personal.
Sure.
But I always thought women had like the most communication. Is that not true?
No.
I disagree with that. Yeah, I disagree. Yeah.
I definitely
I disagree with their
that.
disagree.
I would say, my bad.
No, go
I would just say I think women expect men to do so much and know so much about how to act towards them and do these things. But at the same time, if you ask a girl, sometimes a girl might literally say, oh, I said this, but I completely meant something else. So
They're
I
confused.
don't really like even doing the thing with, men versus women, like who's a better communicator, because everyone's brought up differently, everyone acts differently. But yeah, it is weird when girls always do say, yeah, we're definitely the better communicators. I think they're more emotional. I think they're good emotional communicators, and it's more like, when men have emotions, we're always kind of told to just hide it. But women are very like extroverted with their emotions, So I think in that kind of
Those bitches
sense,
are
they're
passive
better.
aggressive.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you trying to stir the pot? Or are you
I
being
am not
honest?
trying to stir the pot. You're just saying you guys never experienced a passive aggressive woman? That's a lie.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not saying that.
I'm not saying that at all.
See, they're on my side. They just didn't want to say it.
You
I've
think
been
so?
stabbed. I've been stabbed with a fork. So aggressive. I've been
Not passive. That's aggressive.
Aggressive. Yeah. Like men get you said, well, you guys don't feel like you guys talked about your feelings a lot, or or in general, men are not able to communicate their feelings like women are.
They're not. We're not raised to. We're not.
Sorry,
Like in this world we live in now, men, I feel like when it comes to relationships, we're just taught to provide. That's it. We're only cared about and loved if we provide. Feelings have nothing to do with how we feel. It's not really ever taken into account. You feel me? It's just how the woman feels, which is important. I'm not disagreeing with that, but I definitely feel like men's emotions and what men need is not always respected or considered.
I need one of you guys to talk.
How can we respect something that isn't communicated, though? I don't know if men ever communicate their needs in a relationship. I feel like sometimes they just exist within a space. And I don't know if we're ever totally conscious or aware of what a man desires in a relationship besides maybe something physical or like kind of like affection, you know?
Question.
Answer. Go ahead.
I feel like this is a common thing with women. Like, you're supposed to know how I feel. I feel like women often say that. You're supposed to know.
Fucking doing that telepathy
Yeah,
shit.
you know, you should know how I'm feeling right now. You know, like, to your point, I feel like it plays the same role.
I agree with that. And as a woman, I definitely have expected men to understand an emotion of mine without me, you know, eloquently or just like aggressively explaining it. But what one individual or like as a woman, what I can see as like 2020, a man might just simply be Stevie Wonder too.
Simple.
Simple but blind. So explain that to me. Like word to scissor. Like I don't understand that that portion of it. So like,
Well, it's like for us. It's like for us. Like if you being straightforward with us, I'm telling you, the relationship can go fantastic.
If you're straightforward.
It's just because we're just be honest and straightforward. I mean, we're simple. Like
So you agree that most women are passive aggressive?
no, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Why are you?
But it's like when you say, oh, but if you're just straightforward.
Why are you so hung up on women being passive?
Baby, I am going up
he
people's
needs to
wording.
heal from whoever it was, whoever you were.
No.
Give him a call.
My girl's right there.
What is it?
Okay,
Man, come to the stage. Come to the stage, man.
She be passive aggressive though. I know. I'll say it.
You want passive aggressive?
She just admitted it.
Come on real quick.
No. That's it.
Yeah,
But keep going. What you're saying? You said What were you I forgot what you were saying.
well, I'm just saying.
he was saying that women. He was saying if women were being straightforward with their men, then right.
There would be no problem.
I feel like there would be no
Pretty
problem.
Yeah. At least a lot of them will go away. Because most of the problems come down to communication.
Yeah.
Majority of relationship problems.
Talk.
Oh,
You've been
boy.
silent.
I feel like the communication is good when you guys are on the same page. I feel like the
Agreed.
reason why communication isn't good in a lot of these like dating relationships is because like we're both in two different. Someone might be dating a bunch of people. Somebody might be to themselves, and it like when I was in a relationship and we were on the same page, it was very easy to tell him like I wasn't feeling this or like, you know, he could tell me and might not be happy about it, but like he could tell me and he was comfortable coming to me and being like, I don't like this. And it might not be a great conversation, like we might argue about it, but it's
But it's
like
still a
when you're
conversation.
when you're
still
on
a
the same
conversation.
page, you can actually go back and forth with it. So I feel like this thing of like bad communication, it's like maybe you're not finding the person that's like with you all the way.
You know what's really I feel like that was really like messing us up. Social media.
You think social media is
I
fucking
feel
with
like
you guys?
social media is messing
Why?
with generation.
I agree.
Which one of you guys are following a bunch of like
Social
Instagram
media.
thoughts?
What? Social
No.
media. What does social
don't do
media
that.
do?
Not you?
You mean
Okay.
like social media? For me, I in my opinion, social media is fake.
Yeah,
Everything
of
on it
course.
is
Wait,
fake.
why is social media
Fake smiles.
But why
just
did you say
just 'cause
social
it's
media?
fake, people smiling fake? That's messing up relationships.
Because it's like people are showing. So say, all right, give an example. You see a couple on the beach smiling.
Yeah.
That relationship is probably
it's probably
Probably
terrible.
not
I'm
really
not
bad.
gonna lie.
His
It's
face
probably
changed
bad.
so fast. His
So,
face changed so
people
fast.
who over promote their relationship,
Yeah,
I
they
like
do.
to check on their pages like
Oh,
every
yeah.
so often.
Exactly,
because I want to
exactly.
see when they like
Changes.
delete all their pictures.
Yeah.
Exactly. It changes.
But
Those are
do you
the-
think, but do you think everybody is doing that? They're just like, oh, I wish I was them.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh, why can't we?
Why we not on
Why we
vacation?
not? Why we not on vacation? Why we not on
But that's
vacation?
relationship
Yeah.
goals. Why is that? Why is that like Why is that say like toxic if like you want to work towards that? Like, oh man, that looks like a happy picture. I would like that with my significant
Because
other.
Yes,
social
but
media
sometimes
only captures a moment. It's
Exactly.
a singular moment. It's a photo, pixels, digitized. You
Fake
know?
smiles.
You don't get to see what happens before and or after. How many times have we all seen photos of couples like, yo, shorty was in my DMs yesterday, or like, homie was hearting my story, or homie literally is on Hinge, but he's posting vacation, you know? I feel like social media is really a front. Like, it's anybody can post anything. Anybody can edit a photo. Anybody can put a caption. But it's like, who's really standing outside of a photo? Like, who can have a conversation with you in person and be real about it? Social media is a myth. I feel like if a lot of people, we say the phrase, social media killed relationships, social media. I'm sorry, Martin, I didn't want to go to Arizona. Like, I get so annoyed with that phrase. Not so much with you, but it's like, why do we give social media that much power in regards to how
Your own
we
relationship.
carry ourselves in our own relationships? Because it's like, my heart, my intentions, my value is more than an Instagram picture or a tweet or anything.
Get that, bro.
But I'm still
But
trying
look,
to figure out.
but look. But is that even a real question? Because whenever you're not doing, we supposed to be. There's something that we know we're supposed to be doing every single day. 9 times out of 10, when we're not doing that thing, what are we doing? We're scrolling on social media. You have the image of what you see every single day in front of you.
Why is that
But you
destroying
have another
relationships,
image
though?
of what you want, but you're looking at something that's fake every single day, all day. What are you gonna get? Like attracts like. Period.
No, like I get it because it's like if you're having a hard time in your relationship right now, and then everyone on your feed is having everyone looks like they're having a good time. Like I understand that it's all fake, but then you see things that you wish you had, and it's like you don't necessarily. Maybe it's not what you really want, but you see it and you're like, damn, that looks nice, and it's like, damn, I wish I had that, and then like it makes you forget about all the good times with your person. Think about like, damn, like that's the one thing I want, and I don't have it, and they never give me that. And it like, yeah,
But,
you have to remind yourself that like it's not real, but at the same time, it's like if you're going through something, like what else can you do but be like, damn, like I wish they did that, but they never did it. I asked them for it, they didn't give it to me. Like it it hurts a little bit more.
At that point, it's like you're either still complaining about it or you're doing something about it. And 9 times out of 10, people will just continue to complain about it instead of doing something about it. And then at that point, you just keep putting yourself between this. Okay, at some point, it starts to become a pattern. And when that pattern keeps happening over and over and over again, unless you're conscious and aware and active in that idea or active in that whatever it is that you want, then it's not going to change unless you actually really do want to change by stopping whatever it is image that you're over consuming and replacing that with something that you actually want, and looking at that thing and replacing that social media with that new image of whatever it is that you want, so that you can get that, because you're getting what you're seeing, not what you want, because you're continuously focusing on what you don't want. So you're going to keep getting that what you don't want until you turn it off and you focus on not even being emotionally positively attracted to it or even being negatively attracted to it. You just are. And whenever you just sit in that being, then that's whenever you get what you want effortlessly. You don't got to do nothing but just sit. Literally just
Yeah,
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Oh my.
Hallelujah.
it's literally that simple. But,
But
we
as
make
a
it so hard.
woman,
disagree. There we go. Let's
as
go.
a woman, hear me out. At a point, don't you feel like you kind of have to wait for that interaction from a man or a woman, you know, depending on your sexuality? Like, I mean, me
Talking about
personally.
getting courted. Like,
Yeah,
you want men-
getting courted. Like, as a woman, I can want things, but in terms of being wanted and attracted to and courted and like desired in a relationship, that takes a waiting period, you know? So what do you do in that waiting period to kind of perhaps expedite or like increase your stock potential so you can one day achieve what your idealized vision of a relationship should look like outside of a scroll and outside of everything? As a woman, I feel like I don't like to, sweetheart. Hey, I ain't never chased a nigga in my life. I will say that.
You don't have to.
Channing Tatum, if you see this right now. But like outside of that,
That's a little toxic.
no, you know, huh?
You can't chase a nigga like a little bit.
You don't have
can't
to.
jog after him.
You don't have to.
I be saying this. Why don't women approach men?
But the thing is,
Why not?
to
It's
your
embarrassing.
question,
It's embarrassing as fuck.
Why is it
to answer
embarrassing?
your
It's
question,
embarrassing.
if there was something that you knew that you wanted, first of all, if something that you want isn't it worth waiting for? That's the first question.
I agree, but in that waiting period, how do you?
What do you do?
Yes.
You write down everything that you want. Whenever you finally get what you want, how do you feel? Whenever you finally get what you want, what are you doing that day? Whatever you're doing what you want, what did you eat that morning for breakfast? Whenever you want what you want, like write everything down. Again, you need to replace your image. What are you seeing?
I
What is
agree
your
with that.
vision?
I
But
agree
9
with
times out of
that.
10, we say that we want something and then we get it and it's like, nah, I didn't want that. I didn't want that.
You ain't wrong.
I want this version of that. It's like, nah, you got exactly what you said that you wanted, but that's not what you wanted, and that's why it's important to go in and refine the vision. You have a vision, yes, but once you get that thing, sometimes it's like, damn, and it's okay to switch it up. You know, people feel some type of negativity toward people who switch things up. It's like, nah, this is really just a refining moment. And if it really is what you say that you want, you will go in and you will refine it and you will adjust it till you get exactly what it is that you want, period.
I have a question about what you were saying. So, like, if your goal is to be courted and to, be heading towards marriage, does that mean that dating isn't what you should be like casual dating isn't what you should be doing, because that's not the image you're putting in your face. That's like so if you're looking for marriage, if you're looking to be courted to that point, is dating something that you shouldn't be doing, like casual dating? Because that's not the image you want. So like, why are you putting that in front of your face? Like, shouldn't you be like, what does dating look like for somebody that's aiming toward that?
That's actually true. Can you? You're not married.
Here, you can.
You don't have to be. Niggas about to give us
I
failed
think
relationship
it's
advice.
important for us to honestly answer that, because at the end of the day, you guys want us, not specifically, but you want to be courted by a man.
How you know?
I mean, you here, right? So, I think from a man's perspective, I would say the things that I would want is, or I think women need to start focusing on their personality and becoming somebody who is a good person, loving, caring, and somebody who could provide outside of just finances
In vagina.
and vagina. Because I think now, and I mean, this is great that we have so many women who are pursuing these amazing careers, doing all these things. But from my experience, I know so many girls who, they go to college, they do all this stuff, great grades, maybe do like med school or something like that after. By the time they're done, they're 28, probably fucked a bunch of dudes, don't have a really good personality, can't cook, can't do anything that's like beneficial.
Why she gotta cook?
I mean, she doesn't have to, but like,
Damn.
am I being honest? Like, even for men, like these guys right here will literally say, if a girl is a 6, if she could cook, she's a 7 immediately.
It's a nice.
Immediately. Like,
Can you guys
I
cook?
find that those kind of values
We
are
throw
really
down.
important.
Hold on, we
dead
roommates.
serious.
We
I'm
throw
dead
down
serious.
real good. You don't
It's
gotta worry about
important.
They are important because at the end of the day, whenever you're my age, whenever you're 30 years old and you have kids and you're at home,
And you got to do Uber
who's
Eats.
gonna feed your kids? Who's gonna clean your house? Who's gonna wash your dog? Who's gonna mop your floors? Like, unless you have that luxury of having somebody in and coming to do that for you, at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves. And what we like to do is put that responsibility onto somebody else,
But let me
and that's
ask-
not
Let me
fair.
ask them, like, do you think if do you find it offensive when a guy asks like, oh, do you cook? Do you ask him a question? Well, can you play the fucking TV?
Can you build a house? Build me a house.
I feel like in my last relationship, like that was a question he always asked. But the thing is that he could cook, and he could cook really well. I could say better than me.
You just took your job.
But the thing is that, like, I feel like it's not a bad thing
Watch
to
your mouth.
ask.
That's not her job to cook. Let's start right there. I want to start right there. But
Excuse my friend, y'all, he provocative.
Funny as hell.
Women's History Month is in March, so hey, and it's Black History Month. We gonna respect women right now.
Yeah.
All right, continue, Mama. My fault.
But I think, like, it's important, like what you're saying, that you should build yourself up in that waiting time. It's a man's job to also do that for himself. Because like, yeah, you can ask me if I can cook, but you also have to cook too. Because when I'm pregnant, who's gonna be eating? Like, what are we gonna eat? Like, we all have to take care of ourselves and then take care of a family if we're gonna build one together.
Can we be real though? Can we be real? Because
Please.
there's a problem right now where
I know exactly what he's gonna say.
You know what I'm gonna say? Like,
I know exactly what he's
woman,
gonna say.
and there's nothing wrong with this. Women have a list of things they want a man to be able to do. He has to be 7'4", you know, make
this nigga's been watching
$20
Kevin
million
Samuels.
a year. You know, do X, Y, and Z, buy me everything I
Yeah.
want, do all this.
Yeah.
But like, God forbid a man has a list of things he wants.
Yeah.
He's seen as like,
It's crazy.
like
Sexist,
insane.
misogynist.
It's like, yo, I am like I'm a fairly successful man. I have
Very
like, I need a
successful.
woman who makes a certain amount of money, who has a certain goals and aspirations, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not gonna settle for anything less. And there's nothing wrong with that.
What about the physical?
Physical is important too.
Physical,
Like
physical,
I work
you-
out all
you
the
scale
time.
that out.
Yeah, I work out all
Yeah.
the time. So I want a woman who's also in shape.
Okay.
Of course, and there's nothing wrong
Oh,
with
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll also say this, that it's just weird to me that girls will get offended if I say it would be nice if you had the ability to cook. When a girl would, like, if a girl's walking down, if I'm walking down the street with my girl, a guy comes up with a knife, I'm the dude who has to stop him, right?
That is true.
So you would expect me to save your life or put my body, my life on the line for you. And I can't expect you to just cook.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
almost a
I'm
ravioli.
being dead.
Niggas want ravioli?
It's not wrong.
But for you guys, as a woman on the panel,
It's not wrong though. It's not wrong, man.
I mean,
I'm being dead ass.
Talk that talk.
do you
However-
guys agree with that?
let me get to the roots of it. I like roots. I like roots. I like
too.
roots. I feel like the roots of a woman's desires for a man are rooted in provisions. Can you take care of me when things go down? Because women are providers, but like when I'm not able to, can I have a partner who can also do so? However, oftentimes, what's up?
No. You said women are providers.
We are. Oh, we don't. We don't provide our womb.
I would
to,
say that's
no,
nurturing.
no, no.
That's
Huh?
the nurturers.
That's not a provision to you. We are providing life to you. We're providing
No, you are.
security.
You
We're
use-
providing emotional. Are you
You
curious?
can use words anytime you want, but like
No,
providing
women are
is
also
like,
providers. We provide hot meals. We provide community. We provide
when you think of
safety. We provide
providing- wait,
nurturing.
when you think of providing,
I
Although
understand what
it's
he's trying
in-
to say. I understand
when
what
you
he's
think
trying
of
to say.
providing, right?
it's a
mainly
construct,
financial.
but
It's like
please go ahead.
You can provide in any type of way, but when you think of the word providing,
It's mainly
like the way
financial.
men provide is different than the way that women provide.
That's what
so
I'm
who
saying.
gets the word provide?
Why
Are we
can't
both providers?
We both are providers
Okay.
because again, to Brandon's point, like men are based on what they can do, but women do things too. Is that not providing something for you?
Absolutely.
We're providing love, care, companionship, safety,
You are, though.
nurturing. We
But
are.
when someone says to you, he's like, "Hey, like, who's the provider in the relationship?" Who are you gonna say?
Like on them little Instagram things, like who's the
No, who's the
provider?
provider? Well, you know, like,
say them?
Watch
especially
it.
in
It better
in
be
the-
like this. It better be both of us because I mean, Brandon, I agree with you and I see you. I would like a
she
man.
sees you.
I see. I do. I would want a man who can provide for me, but it's like I'm not a woman who's just gonna stand still and churn butter and bear children barefoot. Like what?
And that's kind of cool too.
That'd be cool. Talk to your shorty from. All right, sweetheart. That's on you, mama. Pero no me.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you guys have your standards. Be okay with men also having those same standards.
What are your
It shouldn't be a problem.
Men's standards are.
Standards, that's it.
It should not be a problem.
But I think standards for men are rooted in more kind of like physical,
minute.
no patriarchal things. But it's like
Wait a minute.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Not always. Not
Wait,
always.
wait, wait.
Not always.
Again,
It's,
not
no.
always for women
It's a
either,
lot
though.
of good men out there, y'all. I swear to
Wait,
God,
Cricket.
it's
Right
a
here.
lot
That's what I'm
of
saying.
good.
Cricket, we gotta let her explain. Patriarchal. It's rooted in patriarchal. Sorry, I'm pouring this drink, but
I don't.
please, patriarchy. You know what the patriarchy is?
What?
God damn, Liana, please, can you please explain?
Man rule the world.
the patriarchy, like P as in like paternal, and you get paternal leave as a man.
I know
So the maternal, I'm just saying the root of the word, the etymology of it. So a patriarchy defines a system or society that's rooted in male beliefs, male standards, and male benefits solely. You know what I mean? So in that sense, when like rooted in the patriarchy. So when men would go away to work, women were at home just to be like I'm thinking like 1940s, men are at war. They're smiley, happy, white woman cooking, baking pies, putting them on the windowsill, bearing children, making sure your kids are good. So it's just like being
nice.
catering to the man. Those are patriarchal woman standards. Just to get to that root of that, because I like the root. And there's nothing wrong with wanting a woman who can do that for you at all.
What was the last thing you said? Something about men's bodies.
I didn't
You're asking
Provide
women
the
to provide.
like nurturing like a womb. Are you talking about a woman?
Something about.
It's okay. Man going to war?
Well,
Go back.
because we were talking about.
I think you were saying that like what men expect women to provide is like from their bodies. I think that's what you were saying. And
Okay.
like okay, and the thing is that when we're looking at like the patriarchy, it's like a lot of things that women do provide, we're expected to provide, and it's not as valued as what the man provides. Like yes, you can provide like money to the home and stuff like that, but the women at this day and age, we also have to provide money. Like we're also giving that like the emotional, like the safety of being emotional with a person, with a woman, that's not like, it's not seen as something that's like, as valued as like providing.
Because we're expected to do so.
But wait,
It's as simple as that. 72 cents to $1. I'll say it like
also it's also work, like that emotional toll that like you get to come home and put your heart on a woman, like that's work for a woman, like to hold all that for you, to like take care of the children, to like to bear all the responsibility, because when it comes down to it, the woman is the number one parent. Your mom, like think about what your mom did for you, like the
Shout out to my
mom,
mom.
the mom
OD.
carries it all. Like
Right.
all
Yeah,
that
shout out
is
to mom.
work that people
Absolutely.
don't see as like value. They think we're supposed to do it, but it's a lot of work. And women break down like their whole lives, like after holding all this weight, because it's so much. But people don't realize how much it costs. It costs them a lot.
I'm not
to do
disagreeing
all
with you. I'm
this.
just
Wait.
saying it could be the same for man in a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
way.
and it's
In a different
weight on
way.
you guys too.
Yeah.
But we have to realize that like the things you're asking a woman to do, it's not light. Like it's like all these things you're asking a woman for, it's not light. It's not like, oh, we just do it. Oh, we're just emotional. We're just good at it.
Yeah.
It's also work. So like when you see like, oh, I want a woman to do that, and she wants you to do that too, like it's almost equal what you're asking for.
I believe it, but you guys were complaining about the patriarchy, and light skin over here told me that like when we're talking
his name
about,
is David. His name is so David, and you know it because you yellow your damn self. So niggas
But he
very
said-
yellow. Very, very yellow.
But wait.
Very, very yellow.
But he was talking about like you guys are talking about the patriarchy and like how like it's kind of negative and it's a man world. But he's talking about like, well, are you still looking for a man to be your protector though? You know what I mean? Like
Not in the same way that the past, how it has been in the past, because when it comes down to it, I can hold my own.
his scenario though was about like who's getting stabbed in that altercation. If he fucking pushed you to it.
Okay, but like
You know
if
what I
we're
mean?
in the street and
Yeah,
something
but-
happened, we can both run away. Like I'm okay with
let's be
that.
real.
All right,
We
but
can
let
both run.
me first of all let me be real with that. If you're a girl,
It
you're
would be
gonna rob whatever.
unattractive.
It would be
Okay,
that's the first thing. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. He's a bum if he does that.
That's all you have to say.
That's
But
the
if
first
the
thing.
guy is
Point
big,
proven. Point
if you want
proven.
to run, we can run.
Nah, point proven.
But
That's
it's
the first
unattractive.
thing.
No, but
That's
you'd
it.
say the same thing about a girl if
What?
I said.
What happens if you
Come
get
on.
jumped in front of your girl? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna keep fighting until I die.
No, the question is, we know what these niggas are gonna do. They're gonna fight. The question is, what are you gonna do if he loses? Y'all niggas gonna lose him?
Y'all gonna look at him. You
y'all
gonna look at him
leave him?
differently. You gonna look at him differently.
Oh shit!
In the group chat, like I can't believe this
I
nigga
read a
just.
tweet.
Hold on,
I read a
hold on,
tweet.
hold
It said you better
Wait.
twerk to distract the nigga. You better, not me, but I read a tweet. You better start twerking to distract him.
Hold on, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm getting jumped, if your dumb ass don't jump in with me, you
Type
better
shit.
be swinging
Type
too.
shit.
Wait, you want your girl to jump in with you?
Hell yeah.
If I'm getting jumped, you better jump in with me.
What would I do?
It depends on what kind of girls y'all be fucking with.
But
Listen,
No fun?
hold on.
No,
but
let's-
wait,
let's-
Go ahead,
let's-
go ahead, go
let's-
ahead, go ahead,
wait,
go
wait,
ahead,
wait,
go
wait.
ahead.
Let's
Go
just get
ahead.
like,
Go ahead,
you
go
want
ahead,
your
go
girl?
ahead.
You want your girl to fight with you?
Yeah, go
if you
ahead.
get jumped?
I do not want my girl to fight with me if I get
He
jumped.
said no. Brandon said no.
oh,
Continue.
Go ahead, babe.
You do.
I said yes.
He said yep. David said no.
Because I'm gonna say this. I've been in situations where my boy got jumped. His girl was with him. And he almost
ride or
lost.
die, yeah.
And he almost lost his life because she
Seriously?
ran.
For
Yeah.
real?
So this is why I say, give me a chance. Like if you can hit one person,
Yeah.
just so I can get up and get out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No,
You know what I'm saying? At least like help me too. It also depends. It also depends.
Let me hear your point of view.
I'll say this. Listen, it's great that we have like women UFC fighters, all this stuff.
Yeah.
The average woman, even if the dude cannot fight for his life, if he's 30 and like 200 pounds, there's nothing you could do.
To be
I'm
honest.
being dead serious.
Yeah.
It's straight up. There's nothing you could do. So it's just, to me, it's logical. It's like, don't hop in, run the fuck away.
Thanks.
Just run.
I'd like a logical girl, like right. if you know you can't fight him,
Right.
don't
Don't
do
do
it.
it.
Don't
Yeah.
get yourself beat up.
Yeah.
But
For what?
but if you have a brick in your hand,
That's it.
Throw that shit.
Nigga, hit that
Throw that
shit.
shit.
I mean, if
That's the one. That's the one.
at least he
the one.
tried. At least he tried.
if you even look at like if you even look at it from like a biological standpoint, look back to like animals and stuff. I agree. Some dude comes into the nest.
Women going.
Yo, she's taking the kids. She's dipping.
Yeah.
The dude's fighting. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times where it comes into an issue is because when the woman gets into a situation, she becomes a liability. Like you're trying to protect her now,
that's
while you're
true.
trying to defend yourself
That's
and
true.
attack this other guy. Like when she comes into the situation, she's not helping anything. She's just fucking there. She's not doing shit.
Yeah. Possibly.
Possibly.
Depends
Or she
on
has
the
a brick in
nigga.
her hand and she's gonna fucking hit that nigga.
But I think thinking about providing, okay, that's one case. But like in other senses of providing like money,
We don't
like
need
I'm
your
not
money.
expecting. No, I'm saying like providing. If we're talking
let's
about
get into this.
all types of
I
providing.
can talk about this one.
We're not talking about y'all.
I could
We
talk
get it.
about
We
this.
get
No, I'm just saying. I think in general, a man, if a girl's making 100K, right?
Okay.
I'd rather have a sweetheart that makes 70 than a complete terrible woman. Yeah, bitch that makes 100K. If she comes with no other like personality skills, horrible person. Yeah, but I make money. Who cares?
No. I'm
Let me ask
talking
you
about.
this though, David. Hold on real quick, David. I feel like you have a very specific type of image of person you want to be with in your mind. Describe your person.
Oh
Do you
boy.
listen to Andrew Tate?
Yeah, I can just tell he does.
I'm curious.
He has a
too.
whole vision
I'm
of a
curious
lady he
too.
likes.
God damn.
I don't know. I don't think I'm that specific. I mean, I'm a little picky, I guess.
I'm
I'm more picky. I'm more picky, I think, for American women. I think women who are
She's part of the Passport Bros.
yeah. I think women from other areas of the planet just have different values. No, I'm dead serious. They really do have different values. They even look differently at men. You know, if you ask some random person in Boston, black, white, whatever, you know, a guy that they would find attractive in Boston, Massachusetts, it'd be anything that resembles like white dad with a dad body. You know what I'm saying? In Italy, in Belgium, somewhere else like that, completely different. They don't care about any of that kind of stuff. They care about, you know, are you a kind dude? You know, are you going to provide? Athleticism is completely different over there. It's valued much more, you know?
One thing about that is that you're talking about women from other places, but women from other places are looking for men to provide financially in a lot of cases. And
For
that's what
sure.
I'm talking about, provision in general. If we're talking about different types of provision, if we're talking about physical, yeah, I would like for you to be able to handle something if someone came up. If we're talking about financial, I don't need you to be like the overlord of me because I know what that looks like and I know how that turns out and it never ends well for the woman. So financially, I don't need you to provide for me that way. It would be nice if we can share and like be equals in that sense. And like, you know, you give, I give, like we're in this household together. But in that sense, I don't need you to do that for me anymore like it used to be in the past. Physically, you know, I have my preferences. So that's, but like provision in general, like there are different ways and it's not the same as it was in the past. So like when you're asking, do I want a man to be able to do this, and this? It's not all the same. Like, it's not all the same as it used to be.
Right. And that's because the world's a safer place, honestly. I think the world is definitely, I mean, it's not perfect, obviously. But, you know, if you turn off all the lights tomorrow, it's going to be completely different. Men are going to start looking for men, or women are going to start looking for men immediately.
You think so?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I mean, what are they going to do? Just stay at their house and wait for
Scissor
some
each
dude
other,
to just
maybe.
barge in through the door and kill him? I'm serious. So, like, I think the closer you get to, like, more, like, I don't know, natural, like, biological, like, in the jungle kind
prehistoric type
yeah, shit like that, then it starts to become more of, like the patriarchy. Like, okay, we need a man to do this. We need a man to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's not like that anymore. And I think that's why it's a very interesting time period right now because you have people who, I think men and women, their positions in relationships are starting to converge a lot closer. And that's kind of where we are right now. And we're just like, okay, well, what do we do?
So let's talk about like from you guys' perspective, like, you know, how are you relating to everything that he's saying?
I agree with what he said in a sense of primal instincts and provisions. Like what he said, if the lights were to turn off tomorrow, what would we do? I feel like, again, we can talk about media. Women have been trained and ingrained with this image of being protected. Like we have like a kind of a savior mechanism ingrained in us. Like, oh, a man should complete us.
Is that
a
good or
man
bad?
should. Again, like everything is relative to who you are as a woman. Your different intersectionalities. Like, I don't know every woman. I don't think everything is a monolith.
Well, let me ask you two. Like, would you guys like a man to lead you? Yeah.
Oh hell no!
I've seen that looks like in real time, and I don't think that even makes sense
A man
because
to lead you?
yeah,
Does it make
because
sense?
if we're equal, if we want to be on the same page, if we're making equals amount of money, like it doesn't make sense because not every time are you right, not every time am I right. How could you lead me if we're both sensible people, we can both make our own decisions, like we can follow each other at points, but it should never just be one person because that just, you never know when someone could just go off the rails just doing crazy shit, and now you're in the deep with them because they led you to nowhere. Like you need to be able to hold your own and sometimes follow me too.
Also, not every time your man or your partner has to be your equal. Same for men. Your woman doesn't always have to be your equal. She could be your complement. Whenever I'm like, shorty is keeping me focused. Like, you know what I
agree
mean?
with
Like,
this.
it
Yeah,
doesn't,
that's a
like,
good
there's
point.
no, oh God.
But the respect needs to be there regardless.
The respect needs to always be at an
facts.
equal, but it's like I can't expect a man to cook the way I do or make the exact same paycheck that I do, or like he can, but it's like there will always be a different aspect in regards to personality or emotions, physical ability, something where a man can compliment a woman or where a woman can compliment a man. So in regards to your first question, like, no, there will never be like a safe, like even place, even playing field for everybody. Every relationship can and will be different in that sense.
Now, for the guys over here, does that sound confusing to you guys? Like, she doesn't want a man to lead her. Well, she doesn't want.
I want my man to be my compliment. No, like,
of the
but
time.
again, I can lead in in some spaces and
But
places.
if you were getting jumped,
That's
we're talking about the jumping situation. You know what I mean?
Good luck.
You know what I mean? So like, where? Well, I'm asking the men. Like, what is like what you're supposed to give to a woman? Like, where are you supposed to lead? Where are you supposed to be equals? Where are you supposed to kind of like take the back seat? Take the back seat.
What, you want me
take
to
the
go?
back seat.
Yeah.
I think the main thing here is that men and women, the whole equality thing is very interesting to say because we're different puzzle pieces. We're built biologically to play different roles. Now, what society's done, kind of like what I was saying before, is that it's converging those puzzle pieces or roles into kind of the same thing. That's why people are just so fucking confused right now. I think when it comes to, for example, like, I would, of course, trust a woman to raise my kid and take charge of that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? When it comes to things like jumping, obviously, I think a man should take that role. But there's a...
But like,
Yeah,
why
like
are
getting-
you getting jumped in this day and age? Like, what are you involved in that requires you to get jumped? What kind?
No,
Like,
that's
what kind
what
of
I mean,
spaces
it's
are
just
you
a scenario.
occupying?
Like, if you live in the hood, bro, you
Like,
get jumped.
Huh?
That happens. If
I
you live in
know,
the hood, you
sweetheart.
get
I'm from
jumped.
New York. I'm very hip to what getting jumped is like and like how it can be for that person.
been through it.
But you got
I mean,
jumped
it's kind
before?
of it's almost
I'm
kind of
sorry
like an
about that.
insurance policy when you think about it. It's like even if like there's a 0.1% chance of it ever happening, if it does happen, you could die. You know what I'm saying? So it's still very important to treat it as such a threat and something that could possibly happen. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, it's a very safe world nowadays, so it's much less likely to happen than before. But it's still always possible, even if it's 0.01%. You know, but yeah.
I agree with the compliment aspect of it, right? Like when I've spoke to in the past, like there's things that I know and I'm good at, and there are things that she knows and she's good at, and we teach each other those things. I completely agree with that. But to that same point, there's also a standard, in my opinion, that you have to meet before I even consider taking you seriously and doing that back and forth with you.
I agree, and that's
feel
on
me?
both ends,
Yeah.
100%.
For sure. Yeah, so I yeah.
And let me say this, I feel like that has more so to more so to do with the Bible term evenly yoked. Because I've seen instances where, it'll be a lawyer lady and she'll be with a freaking, and
I don't even know what that means.
she'll be a lawyer, a lawyer, and she will be with somebody like fresh out of rehab, or you'll see a rich man with a sugar baby, and that's what you call not evenly yoked. And when something is not evenly yoked, you can tell, you can feel it, because you try to make up for that situation in different ways. And that's how you know that it's not right for you whenever you're overdoing, whenever you're overcompensating. But I do agree with what you said about, complimenting. If I can't do something for me, or it could be something characteristic, do you make up for me in that way? If I'm not funny, are you funny? If I
And y'all go Dutch?
was Dutch.
Like split it.
Okay for a meal.
You guys go Dutch?
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that.
In a relationship.
You know this shit?
I think that's so
Half the
attractive.
bill.
In a
honestly.
relationship,
Like that? You think
100%.
that's attractive?
It is so attractive. When
100%.
Look, let me tell you, men. We're like I said, we're supposed to provide. We're supposed to
Agree.
give. I tell women all the time, like it's the most attractive thing where we go out and you offer to pay for me. Obviously, like first day I'll pay, and but down the road, like I had a girl took me to the movies once and paid for the whole thing. And I'm like, I'm attracted to you. That's how.
Did you hug her from behind?
Yeah, in the movie, all
Hey,
around. Like, I'm like, yo,
more
this
than
is
that.
She got money.
like
She got money.
this is
She
sexy
got money.
because men deserve to be spoiled as much as they spoil you.
I agree.
And that's a very attractive quality.
I had a
It's
nigga
rare.
one time tell me, he goes, the only time niggas get flowers is when they die at a
they
funeral.
die.
And it's like, I heard that. And I'm like, bro, but if niggas wanted flowers, why don't they communicate that they want flowers?
I don't want fucking flowers. I want my dick sucked. That's crazy. I don't want fucking flowers.
You gotta bring that up with your girl right there. She off camera, y'all.
Yo,
But
Valentine's Day's coming up, nigga. That's what Nigga, she knows what it is.
however,
Wait. So that's another thing about Valentine's Day, right? There's more holidays for women than it is for men.
Go ahead.
Because
men have every other day.
for women though.
I feel like if the woman loves you, she's gonna do something for you. Like I've never a Valentine's
She's
Day without
lying,
giving
bro.
something. No, I've given.
talk to his girl. And like, he's being very personal right now. Go ahead, Daniel.
She's lying.
No, I'm not. Like if I'm really there with you, like I will give. When it's time for your birthday, don't
Okay.
even worry. It's
Okay,
all.
let me ask. What did you guys get for like your last Valentine's Day? Oh yeah.
I ain't get nothing.
You didn't get nothing?
I
What'd
was in
you
a
get?
relationship.
I ain't get nothing.
You didn't get nothing? Ooh,
I was
girl.
You was in a
Niggas don't
relationship,
get
Brandy?
shit for-
You was in a relationship?
no. I was not in a relationship.
You was in a relationship for how long?
About like 9 months.
What about you, David?
Well, when it was like 1.5 years. 1.5 years.
Was that a thing that y'all celebrated or no?
I mean, I kind of celebrated it, yeah.
You said I did.
I've never done it before. Oh, my bad. I never done it before, so I was like, well, let me just see, I guess, what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know, just get some things, just try to have a nice day, you know, but.
Simple, man.
And I feel like as a man, like you guys gave into like the structure of Valentine's Day. The man, he shows up with flower, chocolates, and a big old bear.
It's your fault.
Kind of thing. However, like again, I don't know. Again, there's no monolith to it. Different women would like to depends on the love language. I'm a gift giver. I liked giving gifts to men. That's my thing. I'm an acts of service person. Like I would also provide something to a
knows
man.
the
But if a
language.
woman doesn't, I mean, honestly.
So
to
am I
me-
supposed to? So all right. So
Okay.
am I supposed to communicate that with her and be like,
But hold on. But remember what you said earlier in the conversation? Aren't you expected to like know things about? How would we know things about you if you don't tell us?
But that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
So yes, if you also expect something on Valentine's Day, I would hope that you would tell me too. But again, depending on who you're
But
dating,
aren't you like expecting something on Valentine's Day?
yes, but that's based on the structure. You know what I mean? That's based on societal structure that I
The
did
norm.
not create.
The thing is that like if we're here with it and I can read you and I know you like gifts, I'm gonna go and get you a gift. I think it's like because like the woman like if she knows you, if she's reading you, if she's really into you, I feel like if she understands that you want something, she's gonna go and get it for you. Like, bro, if a girl is in love with you, she will. I've done the balloons in the room, the
Oh shit.
gifts on the like traveling to New York. Like I've done it
damn.
because like when you're in love, like you're willing to do it for the person.
I agree.
Maybe you guys aren't here with it, and that's the equally yoked. Like if you're not here with it, you might feel like you're, on the same page. But if she's not reading you and saying, I know he likes gifts, I know he wants something, I know he likes these chocolates, even though it's Valentine's Day and it's supposed to be for me,
Or even
I'ma
if you
get him the
didn't ask
chocolates.
for it, like going out of your way, like, just in fucking case, let me make sure
That'd be nice.
I take
Feel
care of you
loved.
too, because I know he's gonna have me. Make sure, but again, that's a quality you might want to have to look for in your partner. That essence of generosity that you might miss. And again, I don't know your part. I don't know if you guys have partners or if you know them well, but it's like I would hope that you seek that specific quality and traits in them. You know what I mean? To make sure that they are able to provide that for you, because, like,
It's giving that you're not getting what you're wanting. It's looking like you're not trying to find exactly what you want. What you want is a girl that's generous, that's giving, that is like open with you. You need to look for
Absolutely.
that.
But
We
sometimes
look
guys
good.
just take a girl to just have somebody, I feel like oftentimes, and I don't know if anybody else has ever, heard like this saying, but it's like guys or men don't often end up with the one who they truly love. They end up with the one who is in front of them when they are looking for exactly what they wanted at a specific time. And when I say that, I mean it when I say it's like guys have experienced love, deep emotions, but they might not have been in like the head space, the physical space, maybe perhaps even a financial space to be ready for said relationship, be ready for that said love or feeling or affection. So you know what? They kind of let it pass. However, they want that old thing back. Like they always look for that in that next person. Like I'm really trying to be real with y'all. Do you know how many, like, and it's not something that I'm proud of, not something that I'm happy about, how many men that have been in relationships that I used to talk to that have said, I miss you. And that confuses me because I'm like, you're with somebody else. And that's not fair to that person, whoever she, he, or they may be. You know what I mean? So it's like oftentimes men settle with whatever is in front of them at the given time that they are ready and seeking a relationship. However, when they have experienced a feeling, a true feeling, and again, this is like, even if it doesn't apply to you, it still can happen. If they've experienced a true feeling, a love, an admiration, something that has made them want to pursue something further, even if they weren't in that space or ready for that time, they let it go. They let it go. They let it go. And I don't know if I hit something too hard, but go ahead.
Cooking right now.
Before any of us go into that, we got to take a small break though. But we're gonna get into all of that.
I might have hit it.
She started something. She started something.
You got your thoughts.
My
thoughts. I might have hit
She
it.
know me.
I might have
She
hit
know me.
I know them too well, so
Goddamn.
I'm a little scared.
God damn.
Hell yeah. And on that note, we're taking a small break.
Yo.
Let's get genuine, let's get professional, let's get wild, let's get personality in this building.
Fuck is up, nigga? Shit.
Ready? Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of Show and Tell After Dark, where we are talking about love and dating.
Gang.
What's up, Tata? I'm gonna throw it to you.
So one of the questions from the audience is it okay for your partner to ask about your body count?
Hell yeah. What the fuck you think it is?
What do you mean?
And
does it matter?
It does matter to me, nigga.
It does?
Yeah.
Like, what's the cap out for you?
I think, like, if Shorty has more than 20, it's something weird about it, nigga. I'm just keeping it. But that's just me personally. And that's 20, my nigga. Niggas
Yeah.
be telling,
You're being very generous.
Niggas be telling
You're
me I'm
being very
wild.
generous.
But I'm being generous. Thank you.
You are.
She said I'm being generous.
She said you're generous? Is it?
That's a lot of people.
Like,
That's
what's
a
your
lot
body
of
count?
people.
Because I'm going to keep it
I'm not gonna
real.
say it.
Because I'm going to keep it, hold on, because I'm going to keep it real. Because I'm going to keep it a buck. Nigga, I have a lot of people. So it's like, my nigga, if I have
So
a lot
he
of
know
shorties,
the mentality it takes.
if I have a lot of shorties, my nigga, if I have a lot of shorties, like, I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So I know shorties be going
Exactly.
outside. You know, shorties be outside.
You know the mentality.
So it's like, it's real talk.
Leanne, wait.
All right, for me, it's like having a conversation to where it's like, okay, what's your limit and what's not your limit? You feel me? And if you feel like it's going beyond your limit, it's not for you. And it's like, if you know who you are, just leave. If not, if you understand the mistakes and the struggles that they have, all right, you take it as your own and indulge in it. You feel me? To understand that, hey, is that the narrative that you want to push forward for yourself and your children in the future? And at the end of the day, you have to defend that. If you can't defend that, then
Wait.
you just gotta like.
You're just saying you're defending your body count to your children? Like, are you
I'm
telling
just saying the narrative that comes with it, because at the end of the day, people judge. You feel me? So it's like, if you know that you're building an empire and people are gonna judge that, because when it comes to judgment, people are going to attack your household, because like at the end of the day, like you, who you are is who you are, and it's like when people feel like, hey, they're not on the podcast, and they feel like, hey, I'm gonna watch. And I have my own opinion, they're gonna comment, right? And sometimes comments get to you. Sometimes.
We don't read the I'm just kidding.
Feel me?
If you
at
read
the end
Definitely
of the day,
read that
if you
shit.
read them and they're as provocative as he thinks, yes, they will get to you.
at the end of the day, people are gonna comment. At the end of the comment, what gives us value? You feel me? So it's like, with conversations like this, it's gonna be broadcast. So it's like, when they comment, sometimes they might share if they want to. If not, they might have to say what they gotta say. But at the end of the day, it's just value at the end of the day. And it's like, if you can handle the criticism, all right, cool. But
Then
for
expand
me,
your body count.
my body count.
No, wait, Leanne, you got something to say?
Mix it that back.
My body count.
So I just want to address the earlier comment that was made regarding the individual. Excuse me, what is your name?
Josiah.
Josiah. AD.
ain't it?
AD
Or
Josiah.
Josiah.
AD
That's my social
Jojo,
media.
he mentioned that he just used the parameter as 20. We can all acknowledge that. He said 20 bodies for a woman is
20.
what? Too much. It's undesirable. But what about that? I mean, I can't speak for every woman. I can't speak for every man. I don't know what the average sexual partner is, so I won't speak from that place or portion. However, what is wrong with a woman who enjoys sex as much as a man? Like, what about a
That's
woman?
true too. That's true.
What about a woman makes her less desirable, less valuable?
That's true.
If she enjoy, but like that's the thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, but now let's talk about it. Women are what are we? Cadavers. We are simply beings to be enjoyed sexually. However, if we enjoy sex, that makes us of less value. I think as men, not just you guys, but in general, men need to unpack and understand that woman, although we are simply nurturers, we are providers in the sense of bringing life, and of course after sex how we can provide children and more people to this earth. Why are we not allowed to have sex and enjoy it in a space whereas you guys are able to? And I can't speak for you guys, and I don't know your sexual lives, so I won't even tap into like the numbers and that you guys all have. However, if the number is higher than 20, just because that is what AD Josiah said, if the number is larger than 20, what about your 20 is more valuable than a woman's 20? Why does your 20 bodies make you more acceptable in a society as to women having 20 bodies? And
She
before
digging in,
you
y'all.
answer, I really want
She
you to
going deep.
unpack the patriarchal standards of a woman and how she is supposed to provide for you, and how men have this sense of ownership towards woman, and whereas she is not able to enjoy things for her own pleasure, but instead to provide for others.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
David said he gonna go. David gonna
let's
go.
get a clear. I know that
David's
was
ready to
correct
go.
too,
David
but
ready.
If you say a short thing about what you're saying, and then we'll go straight to AD.
Yeah, I think from what I've seen, at least, I think it's much more difficult for women to build relationships when they have too many sexual partners. And I know that's probably just gonna sound like a little stupid and stuff like that, but if you even think about people in your life, especially women who have had a lot of sexual partners, even if it's not like that many, but it also matters who that sexual partner is. You know, if it's something that's a little bit more like, I guess mixy is the word. You know, some like they're fucking somebody who they shouldn't be fucking, and they do get into a relationship.
Compromising
You
their
already
energy.
know, you could already tell from that relationship, and like it's just not already in a good place. You know what I mean? And I've seen women like that who are in those relationships, and they do end up cheating on their like boyfriend or husband, or even, you know what I'm saying? So I do think from that perspective, it's hard for women to form relationships after, because sex is much more emotional for them. You know what I
Super
mean?
slut.
I hate that argument. I hate that argument
Slut.
because men like to put this semantical, just kind of like monolith on women as to like they can't enjoy sex as much as they do. In fact, do you have a uterus, sir? Do you have? Oh, I'm not done. Do you have? That's what I'm saying. I have a mic, so my voice is actually heard right now. So when you have one, you can speak back. But until you have a uterus, you cannot speak as to a woman's pleasure. As to a man's pleasure, I can also not speak. However, for you to just assume that a woman is unable to receive and enjoy pleasure in the same way that a man can is simply sexist. It's based in the level of ignorance that I cannot explain. And I am not done speaking. But in addition to that, I would like for you to know that just because a woman likes to enjoy sex, that does not bring her down her stock value. That does not make her any less of a woman. If in fact we start doing shit the same way a man does, of course we are seen as less valuable. We start making money. We start going to work. We start becoming bosses, CEOs, presidents, and et cetera, et cetera. We're seen as less. And then when it comes down to something as physical, as primal as sex, and the niggas didn't even consider the option of sexual trauma and how women sometimes, or men, I can't even exclude you guys, sexual trauma can happen on both ends in regards to what their why is. Why do people have sex? Why do people enjoy sex? Are they really enjoying sex, or are they just built to think that sex is something that they're supposed to do in a relationship? What I'm trying to say is there is no monolith, and I really hate when women just get to assume that everybody's story is the same. Everybody has the same reason as to why they were fucking somebody or enjoying sex with somebody, as to why they are now less desirable. That is my one thing. In regards to you, sir, everybody here, you, ma'am, how you would like to perceive your sexual partner, I really hope that you are able to have that conversation with that individual as to what you desire from a partner, what your past looked like, depending on what their past looked like. Are we willing to grow from that? However, you will not judge a society, a group, a collection of women for their desires and sexual practices based on things that you don't know, you are unable to unpack and unable to understand as a man with testicles, as a black man who is mostly desired by white America, as a man, as a black man who will never understand the struggles of a black woman or woman in general. And that's all I've got to say about that. Go ahead.
I mean, we will judge.
That rebuttal.
I mean, we will judge regardless. What I'm saying is that, like,
That doesn't make it any better.
I hear you, and I respect that. I'm just saying, like, it's part of our biology. Like, you know what I'm saying? As men, you know what I'm saying? We were built this way, and women were built a certain way. Where it's like, you know, if you think about the past, you know, we're naturally sexist regardless. So for you to say like sexist stuff, that's just, come on. It's 2023. We're naturally sexist.
Are y'all sexist? Hold on. You said y'all. Are you? He's speaking for a group.
Come on, bro. We're naturally sexist, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
I'm with you.
Let's keep it a buck, bro.
Yeah.
Like we all have certain roles.
Y'all
So
don't
it's
think
like
you're
let's
naturally
keep it 100. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I understand you have your own modern way of looking at things, and I respect it. But like, I mean, I'm saying some men are gonna personally think like, you know, if a woman is going higher than a nigga, that's just wrong. Mm-hmm. That's just me personally. I don't want no woman to have higher body than me. No, you know what I mean? Because she's out there. You know what
I believe you're entitled to that
OP.
opinion relative on whatever that number is. What is that number?
He said, yo, it was like he was like, yo, when someone comes in and poses a threat, like, nigga, we're the ones that deal with it, and that would be sexism in a way because we're the ones dealing with it. But keep going on, brother.
Not word.
For a person who has a body count of 7, that's not fair. Because a lot of times, men can't even remember their body count. And I've had multiple conversations with different men about it. They don't even know how many women they slept with. Honestly, I can't even remember my body count.
Let me ask you a question.
I ain't even gonna lie. I really don't think that has to do with being a male or a female. I think that has literally just to do with remembering how many people you slept with. But I don't think that remembering how many people you slept with has anything to do with anything. I really don't think that it even really matter. AD over here just has a preference.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
wait,
you are
let's-
more than entitled to that
AD
preference.
we gotta
That's
let-
why I said with
That's
his
okay.
partner,
But
he is
Yo,
entitled to
we've
that
all talked.
conversation.
It depends on the
We gotta let
person.
AG finish. What are you saying?
Nah, you good. Nah, I mean, I said what I said.
It depends on
you
the
know what I'm
person.
saying?
He got a
I just
preference.
personally-
She
I
got
just
a
personally
preference.
think it's about.
Some people don't got a preference.
I'm just tapped into, you know, traditional and biology and
As
how it
you
is.
can and should
and
be.
I ain't knocking it down to shorty who says what she says. Like, let's go ahead, do your thing. Yeah, for sure.
But I also think for men, it's a confidence and insecurity thing.
Right, totally.
When you find out like, oh, my girl, oh, like the girl that I want to be with, she got 40 bodies, right? 50 bodies, 100 bodies. It's like, oh, can I stand up to those men? Am I as good as those men?
100%.
And I think that insecurity is logical,
that
though.
insecurity?
I think
Right,
that
because a
insecurity is
woman would
very
think
logical.
the woman would think the same thing. Period.
Yeah,
Period.
I think that
But
insecurity is very
why
logical.
is that insecurity or is that logical?
I think
It's logical.
I mean, I think
100%
the
is
real-
I don't think
logical.
The reality
insecurities are based
is-
in logic. Insecurities are not based in logic, though. They are very interpersonal. They're
Well-
illogical, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like there is no monolith
can't-
to anything that we are saying in this
Yeah, there's an
conversation.
insecure way
You
of
can't-
looking
you
at
can't-
it.
You can't have insecurities based in logical. You
That's
can't
what I
have
just said.
insecurities based in logic.
That's what I
It's
just
either
said.
it's either illogical, it's an insecurity. You
Yeah.
can't.
Exactly.
And,
Okay.
and there are people who look at it from an insecure standpoint, and then there are people who do look at it from a logical standpoint. Like the reality is, the bodies are people. You're gonna be seeing those people in reality. She might work with those people. Those people might live with her in
Look
her
out for
house.
that work husband.
right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like and vice
Work
versa,
husband is
right?
crazy.
Right?
I
Like
think-
homie's like, yo, I'm hanging out with my cousin. That could be one of his bodies, right?
I think something
like
that's-
brother.
like
Oh
so
my
when somebody
God.
asks that question, I do think it's important. It is important. It is important. But then it's also like we live in a very hypersexualized society. Other
100%.
cultures, they're not focused on bodies. They're focused on different traditional values that uplift people for who they are, right? And it's like out here we're reducing people to numbers. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
We're reducing.
I think one other
You know what I'm saying?
I think one other important thing to note here though is that getting sex is very different for men than it is for women. It's much easier for women.
All right, can you indulge in that for
should
me?
should that play a role in how valuable a body count is?
But wait.
Actually, no, that's just very interesting.
Because
question.
there's a certain
How
there's a certain
different? Like,
blueprint that a
what
man
is
has
the
to follow.
difference?
I need a woman's perspective.
What is the
Leanne,
difference?
Can
What
we
is
please
the
talk about
difference?
it?
What is the difference between sex for a man and sex for a woman?
All right, I have a
Sex
question.
for a woman.
I have a question.
Wait,
because
no, before that
No,
question,
because-
though, we need to ask.
All right,
Let him answer that question
Okay.
first. What is the difference between the two?
For me, I think most women could get laid easily, very easily, even if you're very average
You
looking.
can get some dick
Even
easily.
Even
okay,
if
go
you're
ahead, go
very average looking, I think most women could get laid. Even if you're below average looking, most women could get laid. If
I
there's
agree.
alcohol involved.
And I feel like that's kind of a grass is greener ideology. Like, as a woman, I could say, like, you know, a man, he has said apparatus that enters into a woman, you know, like from that perspective, that's how I would think. I'm trying to be very, like, you know, PC, like
yeah,
an
yeah.
apparatus, like
Yeah.
that's what would go into a woman just for sexual pleasure. So as a man, like, you get to choose said whatever cadaver that you would like to enter, you know what I mean? But as a woman, I'm like, at a point, you know, you can be selective, but I still have to be selected. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at a point, like, I can be
do I.
selective. Like, what'd you say?
He just said, I don't know what that means, and neither do I.
Selective.
You can either be the one to pick or the one to get picked.
Okay.
Fonse, selective.
Yeah.
Selective. 9 words, 9 letters. You
Well-
got that. I promise you.
well,
You can
could-
either be selective or you can be selected to have sex. You know what I mean? Meaning I can choose who I would like, or I can be chosen to, you know. But like, you know, like even if you're chosen, you can still be like, oh, I want to put myself out there towards whatever individual, if you know what I mean. But again, the grass is greener because I have a woman's perspective as a man. As David just said, you know, women have a higher chance, and I think men have a higher chance. So again, there's no
Man,
monolith.
as-
I
As
definitely
a
think
man,
men have
I
a
think
higher
women
chance.
have it harder. And you want to know why I say that? No, hold on.
Thank
Let
you.
me
Talk
speak.
about
Let
it.
me speak.
See how
Let
niggas
me
wanna
speak.
act
Let me
crazy?
speak. Let
See
me
how
speak
niggas
my
wanna get
piece.
crazy?
I've
Come
been
on.
ever
Come on,
since
Yellow.
1993. I've been high, nigga. Yo. All right. So imagine having a whole bunch of niggas chasing after you, like having to say no to people who are proposing or offering, you know, sex to you every single fucking day, right? Like, not everybody can handle that. You see celebrities, they already hate the paparazzi because they're on them all the time. Imagine being a woman, you're just literally changing your outfit and there's your neighbors watching you across the street. Like you gotta constantly, like, men have to deal with this, you know, this idea of like, you know, I have to prove myself to women. But let's be real, we kind of like that. We kind of like, yo, I gotta work harder, I gotta do this, I get to prove myself, right? Whereas women, they don't even know if the niggas who are coming at them are genuine. 9 times out of 10.
Because
there
bro,
niggas,
because
there niggas
I'ma
who
keep-
marry
'cause
whole
at
women.
the end of the day, oh, my fault.
Yo.
There are niggas who marry whole women.
Wait a second, wait a second.
Just to sleep with them and bounce. Like they will lie their ass off to do whatever
That's
they
very
want.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
Like niggas get it so rare. If a
Yeah.
woman lied to you to impress you, you're gonna be impressed. You're gonna be like, oh shit, you lied to me to impress me. Like, I mean, I'm complimented. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo.
like women, like, yo, they deal with that all the time. Their teacher might hit on them. Their classmate might hit on them. Their
Yep.
best friend might hit on them. They gotta constantly deal with saying no to niggas,
Yeah.
right? And finding the right yes. And that's a lot of pressure.
He ain't wrong. Terry ain't wrong.
Very,
You ain't
yo,
wrong,
yo,
bro. At the
very
end of the
simply
day,
put,
hold on,
dog.
hold on. At the end of the
Go
day,
ahead, X.
damn,
Go
because
ahead,
I'm about
go
to
ahead.
forget my thoughts. I'm about to forget my
Yo,
thoughts. At the
very
end of the
simply
day-
put, Cricket was like, yo, what's the difference between sex for men and women, right? Very simply put, men have to earn sex. That's
Yeah.
it. Women
That's very true.
don't.
That's very true.
So if you are at like a buffet, right?
Yeah.
And you're just shoving things in your mouth, people gonna look at you like, God damn. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that a bad look? It's just a bad look, right? Like, it's kind of gratuitous. You're kind of forcing it. But a man, he has to earn the sex. This is why when he's getting sex, it's not looked at as bad. It's looked at
women
as
can
good. It's looked at, oh, you're having sex?
And women
Yeah.
can
Oh.
usually get most of. I'm saying not all the time what they want, but usually they can get what they want more than a guy
Facts.
on getting what they want. Guys settle with what they have right there and then.
Let me also,
But, like,
to this
why-
point
I don't
right here,
complain
yo,
about that,
Like
but I'm
to your
just saying
point,
at
when
the
you
end of the
said
day,
women usually have men coming after them every day, that kind of goes to his point. Like women have a larger sample size to choose from.
At a
Whereas
buffet.
men,
Just-
like,
So you gotta
if a
understand
woman
where
got
that man's coming
100
from.
men-
He might feel, he might be like, damn, like
Yeah.
I'm peeping her game. Like she might be on that type of time, so I gotta be smart about
Yeah. It's like,
how I move.
If a woman got
End
100
of
men
the day.
coming at her every day, that's 100 more men than women I have coming at me every day. That's a larger size to choose, and she can pick and choose who she wants. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's a fact.
I mean, when you said men have to earn sex, I
Yes.
heard that, and
Yes.
I heard that, I really did. But I feel like the verb earn can vary from woman to woman. How one man can earn sex could mean like 100 burpees versus one singular push up. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
still gotta earn it,
less,
though.
like you still
Right.
have to
Gotta earn
earn
it,
it. Meaning again, we're earn in the sense of like.
Wait.
Am I lying? No, I'm speaking my truth. I can't speak for every woman. That's what I'm trying to say.
I know, but like when you go on like dates and when
Okay.
you go on like kind of like
You're asking about me personally right
Personally,
now.
yeah.
Please goes.
Does the man have to earn that pussy? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like doesn't he have to earn it though? Like in order to get into it, like
I don't like to consider myself the spokesperson for all women, especially all black women.
Of course.
From my personal experience, I'm not gonna give it up for like a picked up check and
You have to earn it.
And
You have to earn it, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you
earn.
have to
But
earn it,
again,
yeah.
but again, some
nothing
girls
wrong with
and
that.
some women wouldn't even require the dinner, and there's also nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
Like an escort?
Depending on what you want, because like as a woman. You just gotta want that shit. See what I mean, nigga? But look, no, but hold on. Did you hear that? Hold on. But did you hear that? Did you see how? No. I'm
these girls are not
speaking.
swiping out
No,
doing
Papa.
dick.
Dime. Escucha. You heard
Ya
how
tú
you?
sabes,
You
ya
see
tú
how tú
sabes.
sabes? You see how he diminished a woman to an escort the second she wanted to enjoy sex. Now she was a whore. Now she was a victim. A victim, a person. Excuse me, a sexual worker simply of just sex and pleasure. But a woman, a hardworking woman, and just to play into your kind of your theatrical semantics. If a woman were to enjoy sex, now she's an escort, but she can't be what? She can't be a CEO. She can't be educated. She can't have her doctorate.
No.
She can't be in med school. She can't just. But no. I'm not done. You
Okay.
You need to understand and unpack
I'm listening.
why you reduced her to an escort as to why she enjoys sexual
Ooh.
pleasure.
And I'll
I,
tell
no,
you
I'm not
why.
done yet, and I really need you to understand that
Go ahead.
women are not allowed to. You just kind of like solidified my opinion from earlier statements. You just understood and said why women are not allowed to enjoy sex in the same way we do without escort. That's a job. That's a job.
That is
Sex work is a job.
Crazy.
Es loco, pero es vrai. It's very
¿Por
true.
qué?
So
¿Por
I need
qué?
you to
¿Por qué?
understand. You're Haitian, so speak to me in French, okay? But I'm
Oh.
not done,
Go
okay?
ahead.
I really need you to understand And just like my one and final point will and forever will be, women are allowed. We have vaginas, we have whatever you want to call it. We have things that can enjoy sex as much as men can. And the second men understand that we can have sex and enjoy sex and just be sexual beings in the same way you can, we will stop being devalued. And again, as your preference can, go ahead, Papa, with the dreads. I really encourage you all to be very selective with who and what you want as a woman in regards to sex. You have no problem with that. But my only concern is that that just kind of blanket statement for all women who do this cannot be that. All women who do that cannot be this. That's the issue that I have. I can't speak for all women. Me and Cricket's beings, our sexual experiences, our loving experience will always be different. I don't even know her, but we're both black women and we still have different experiences. We might be sexualized in a similar way, but I'm telling you, we have different experiences. And I don't even know her like that. That's what I'm trying to say. So as whatever you want in a woman in regards to your sexual experiences, your desires, your preferences, as to what a wife can be, your constructs, rooted in whatever it may be, rooted in media, rooted in what your mother looked like, what your mother didn't look like. I really hope that you find it, because you won't find it in every singular woman. And that's my only problem. That's all I have to say. And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But I just need men everywhere to understand that it's not going to look the same for every singular woman. That's it. People are allowed to want and love and like what they want in regards to sex, money, relationships, physicality, appearance, whatever they may be. But stop expecting women to be this kind of blanket statement of like providers, sexual beings. We all have, we gave it up one time in high school, but we didn't really want to. And yes, I cook and clean. I make pies. I put it on my white picket fence porch every morning while my husband goes out to work. Like, it's just not like that anymore. And I need men to understand that. I need men to understand that women have sexual traumas. I need men to understand that women are sexual beings. We can enjoy things as much as y'all can. In fact, sometimes more. But again, it varies. There is no statistic that can define how a woman feels versus a man feels. So I just need y'all to understand. We didn't even get into the intersectionalities of gender and you know what I mean? Like, and even if y'all don't acknowledge it, that's fine. But I'm just trying to say there is no blanket statement. And that's all I got to say on that topic.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot what I was gonna say. And
sweetheart, I'm so glad. I am so glad you did.
No. But like everything you said was like, I think that was amazing.
Yeah, that was good. That was great.
Listen, earlier I said men have to earn sex and women don't, right?
Yeah.
And everybody kind of agreed with me in this room.
Yeah.
But we didn't talk about why a man has to earn sex.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's talk about value for a second. A woman, right, is born valuable. 100%. When you are born with value. Simply because you're a woman, unless you're in China.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Titanic, right? In the movie Titanic, when the Titanic was going down, what happened?
That dude died.
Women and children get the boats. All you men, y'all gonna have to die here, dog.
Yeah.
Simply because you were born male.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because women are valuable.
Yeah.
Women are born with value.
Yeah.
And if she takes care of herself, she will stay valuable.
Yeah.
And
Men,
now-
however,
Right.
Not only that,
Yeah.
if you're having sex with a
Society.
woman, your offspring. Obviously, you have to sacrifice yourself within your offspring so you can survive within your last name.
Yeah. That's your legacy, though.
women are
But-
valuable. However, men are born without value.
But you know what? It's like
Because we gotta
at the end of
create
the day, I have a son and I have a daughter, and it all goes back to your parents. It really truly does. Like, who were your parents? Did they value you? Did they know the reason behind why certain people value certain things? Like, it really goes back to even I've seen
emotionally
TikToks of people be like, "Oh, yo, my
intelligent.
mom hypes me up every day. This is why I feel confident." And I'll see people in the comments like, "Damn, I wish I had your mom as my mom." It's
But
like
there's a lot
it
of
really
success
goes back to
stories.
your parents.
Well, there's a lot
it
of
goes back
success
to the
stories, though.
source.
Well,
It
there's
goes
a lot
back
of
to the
success stories-
root.
Success stories of like people who didn't have.
I have a
Valuable.
question. Because I'm young. At the end of the day, I feel like
How young are you? You 20?
I'm 20.
He's literally
But
20.
It's fucking
back in
gross.
the age, I feel like
Back in the
within
age.
like the old times, I feel like there's a huge problem that we had to resolve, and the racism, all that stuff that indulged in our history. I feel like we sacrifice a lot to put our people forward. So I feel like people are lost within the history of like us and a black individual of like, hey, you got to understand that, hey, we got to push ourselves out there for the white counterparts. Right?
That sounds super positive, but like I'm not really sure exactly what.
What do you mean? I was gonna ask. What do you mean by pushing ourselves forward?
Because I feel like
Like, what are you talking about?
I feel like, I mean, I have to think
Our
about that.
relationships?
But
No, like
Like the
you said,
issue,
we have to
or-
push ourselves forward. What do we have to push ourselves forward in order to complete,
to make sure that
do?
we're like in a way that we're valuable, in a way that
Who is we?
us as a
Like
Black
black
people?
men or
Black
black
people.
women or
Black
Exactly.
people all
So
together,
I
black
feel
men
like-
and black women.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if there's anything that I'm saying right now, you can educate me. But I feel like there's a whole lot of situations that we have to indulge to make sure that we get our names further.
I know what you mean
Okay.
because
Because I know I'm fairly new, but I also want to be educated. I have my own opinions, and at the end of the day, this is gonna be posted on
Man.
social
Yeah.
media. But it's
Honestly-
like, I can be wrong, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure. At the end of the day, within this conversation, I want to make sure that I gain value.
Yeah.
Then in the end of the day, that hey, hold on, I can push forward among my people.
Yeah.
As our coloration.
And
Yeah.
in the home and in like racial culture, like when it comes to value, when it comes to men and women, it's like intercultural.
Yeah.
Like in other countries, woman is more valuable.
Yeah.
And other like everything, like woman is more valuable generally. Like I don't care what household you come from, what country you come from, the woman is the one that will perpetuate
100%.
the culture, the children. Like
That's
without
true.
women, we're dead.
That's true.
So
I'm a
women are
history
more
nerd, so
valuable.
I'm gonna guess
A
you
man
why.
though, he's born without value. All he has is potential.
Yeah.
And that don't mean shit. So
Yeah.
as he gets older and he ain't performing, he ain't doing shit, he's looked at as useless. But a woman, if she can live with her mama until she's 30, but she is still valuable.
But that
Because
goes back
she
to
could
the
produce
idea
life.
of
Oh, let's get into this
individuality.
too
We're
right
not
now
supposed to
because-
be
We're about to start talking
individual.
about slavery.
We are a symbiote. Like we are supposed to coexist. One cannot exist without the other. We have to go back to the source. We have to go back to the base. We have to go back to the reason why
don't.
we are here.
Yes, we do.
First thing,
And
we
at
gotta
the
talk about
end of
is
the day,
sexual market
we
value.
don't have value because we have been cut off from the
But
source.
what about your point, right?
And when you
Like-
are
Go
cut
ahead.
off from the source, because I am going to say what I need to say, period. Please, everybody be quiet. You cannot reach back to where you are from. How can you know where you're going if you don't know where you're from? How can you know where you are going if you don't have a final destination?
Amen.
You will
One,
keep
two, and three.
going.
One, two, and
I
three.
gotta go here. I
Wait,
gotta
wait,
go
wait.
there. I gotta go there.
But-
First of all, as a person, define your reason. What is your personal constitution? What do you believe in personally? And as it goes back to dating and relationships, what did my parents do? What do we do in my culture? What do we do in my society? What did I wake up and I see and I do every single day? We have been cut off from the source.
Why do you need?
And hold on.
Why do you
And
need to know your cultural history?
What do you
to
mean?
know your future?
Because
You're just- that's fucking cultural appropriation.
The past, the
You're
present.
just like you're just
Define
trying to
cultural
pretend like you
present,
are what
no,
you
use that
are.
word in
no,
front of
it's
me.
not about pretending.
Yeah, you are.
Because whenever you
That's
came
not
here,
true.
you knew
It's not
exactly who
genuine.
you are. You've been cut off from the source.
Nigga,
And
you have no
everything
idea what they did before.
is an experiment because at the end of the day, you came here for
I
a reason.
believe you
Nigga
have
said
no
nigga.
idea what you did before.
You
Bring that exact phrase
Right.
back to 2023.
Right?
Now we're really getting into
I
it.
don't know if y'all ready for that
Now
one.
we're really
Bring
getting
that
into it.
really back.
Yeah.
You have your concubines, those who you procreate with, then you have those who you love.
That's
and
right.
think about it. That's exactly what I said right before we
I'm
ended.
waiting, dog.
So go ahead.
I want to go back to what we was talking about. I'm glad we kind of circled
Yeah.
around when we went to
Yeah.
polygamy. But earlier, somebody said that women have a more emotional connection to sex, and you were like, "I hate that argument." Do you think that's untrue? Do you think that's untrue?
I don't like blanket statements. That's my issue. I don't like, huh?
Okay, generally
If I
speaking,
think
though.
it's
You
untrue,
agree with that.
That's my.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
okay if you think that's true. If I think that's untrue, and Cricket were to think that's true,
Yeah.
all of that would still be okay. I don't like blanket statements among women, and I also don't like blanket statements among
But
men.
why don't
Okay,
you
but-
like blanket
but
statements?
generally
Why don't you
speaking-
like
So
blanket
in my
statements?
in my opinion, if that's what you're asking me, I need you to repeat the question so I can properly answer.
All right,
I know that's true, but would you agree that
You don't know that anything's true.
No,
Let's
I
be
do.
honest.
No. Because I do.
Don't.
That's why I brought it up. Because
No.
you said
didn't test it. You don't have
No.
no. It is true. Women are emotionally
True.
connected to sex.
Women are
Show me the statistics
It is
before
true,
we talk
dog.
about statistics.
It is
I need you to show
scientifically
me
proven. I don't need no
I hate fake
statistics. Listen.
Yeah, it probably isn't.
Emotional. Women are way more emotional.
Yo, it has nothing to do with a woman being more
So,
emotional.
what's up,
It
Ed?
is
My question-
scientifically
what's
proven
up?
that when a man and a woman lay down together in bed and that man enters that woman, right? The man, he experiences certain endorphins, certain hormones in his brain that can make him connect and bond with the woman. However, it is scientifically proven that the woman creates way more oxytocin, the
thing
bonding
is,
hormone, than the
unless
men.
you have a study,
So it's not an opinion, dog.
Unless
It's
you- unless you-
science.
unless you have a
That's
study
why
in
it's
front of
harder
us, we
for
can't
us
say
niggas
it's a
to
study.
catch the catch.
So what about rape? No. But talk to me about rape. Talk to me about sexual. I
My
really
nigga-
mean that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that's what I'm trying to say. That's what y'all.
I'm talking about
There's not a-
consensual
That's what I'm
sex.
trying to say. It's not a
Wait.
blanket statement.
Say
We
it.
can't just
I'm
put it
speaking
over the same for
generally,
all
and I'm not
women.
talking about that type of stuff.
Wait,
General,
wait, a second.
bring up the statistics on rape
Why-
since we
why'd
know
you-
the statistics on everything
Why'd you bring that
and
up,
sexual trauma and abuse. That's my issue.
Leanne, why'd you bring that up? Like, explain that to us. Like, you're not gonna skip past that.
Yeah. You keep this hand.
Like, why does this happen during?
Let me know if you need it.
Go ahead.
No, you
What's
said-
going on?
You said why does this happen during rape? Like, please explain that more to us.
Please explain like the
Yeah.
sexual trauma portion.
Yeah.
What is a woman supposed to do in regards to oxytocin, different endorphins running through her brain? Perhaps I don't know. God bless. I'm not a victim of sexual trauma and rape. However, if a woman does, again, physiologically, actually in course I used to study. If a woman is raped, if a woman is sexually abused, at a point, the same endorphins will still run through her brain just by physiological pleasure, whether or not she's being raped or not. Just by let's be real, just by simply thrusting and penetrating a vagina, a woman can still ejaculate and come, and that has been used in a court of law as a reason why to a woman was not, kind of like a man, was not convicted of rape because of woman. That's what I'm really trying to say. That's what I'm really trying to get to.
Chill.
And see, the bear started feeling that shit too, and I'm really trying to. I don't know who I'm gonna affect with that. I don't know who I'm gonna speak to with that. But a lot of women, a lot of people can connect with that level of trauma in regards to sex, and that's what I'm really trying to acknowledge. That's not a blanket statement. I'm not. What is it? Discrediting anything he has to say. I'm not at all because again, that could work for so many.
That
women,
honestly sound like
but
you
it
just proved
also
my point,
won't
to be
work for a
honest.
lot of women, and that's all I'm speaking to.
I don't
only
like-
because I know them.
I
You
think
know,
that's
I've
kind of
seen
a
them.
different topic, honestly, though.
It really is, and I don't
think
like
so.
speaking
But
on
right-
things.
I don't
You know
think
where
so,
I
to
think
be
it
honest.
ties
It's
in?
sex.
You know where I
It
think
is.
it ties in? Sex for women is dangerous. And
Tough.
it's dangerous. And it being more dangerous than men.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree.
That adds value, going back to what you're talking about value, to a woman when she's engaging in whatever sexual behavior.
Now circle back to the original statement that was posed as, are women more desired sexually? Or like, do we have a larger chance of being sexualized? Do we have a larger chance of having sex, or do men? So think about that. You just said out loud in front of a bunch of men here that women are more susceptible to dangers during sex. So wouldn't that tie into the thought of women are more likely to just be in danger during sex? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So now relate that to the earlier conversation. Okay.
Yeah, I'm stumped. I'm stumped on.
Thank you. I'm a redwood. I like to stump niggas.
I mean, like the way I'd probably connect it, because I just thought about it, right? It's like because you're comparing it to food earlier, right? And it's like like men could just men have to work hard to like earn something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Women could just like eat a whole plate, right? And because they have, but then what I'm saying is that's not true, right? Because even if a woman has a feast, right, in front of her, if a woman has a feast in front of her, more of that food is poisonous.
Yeah,
right?
but she still has the right
right?
to choose.
More of that food is poisonous.
sense.
So it's
Still
like
has
a
the right
man
to
may have a
pick.
smaller pick, but it's like imagine knowing that, hey, I could bite this apple. This could be the apple that kills me, right? Women have to actually think about that every single time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I feel like it. That's why I understand why people say it's devaluing to have sex, because you are poisoning yourself.
Yeah, totally.
So that I feel like everyone's on the same page here, low key. Yeah, for women, because if you have the option all the time, and like you guys are saying,
Dog.
I think it's
But I
different for
disagree
men.
with that.
I think
Earlier,
it's
she
different.
said something
And it's
about how is it when a woman is having sex, it devalues her, and nobody had an answer. I have an answer actually.
Answer
I'm
me,
standing over
sweetheart.
here and I couldn't say nothing, but this is why men are conquerors. We feel the need to do something no man has ever done.
All
when
men
you
are conquerors?
see the footsteps on the moon, we're like, yo, that's fucking amazing. No
Primarily-
man has been here before.
And not only that, there's a whole entire.
And it is true. Most listen, generally, because earlier you said everybody's different, and that's true. But generally, if a man has some testosterone in him, he wants to do some shit no man has ever done. He wants to be different. He wants to conquer something, put his flag somewhere, and say, "I did this." Now, if he's pursuing a woman, right, and she's attractive to him, and he values trying to get with her, right, and he finds out that she has sex with 100 niggas before him, getting with her sexually is not going to feel like an accomplishment. It's not going to feel like I did something. Therefore,
the
he
number
doesn't
you use?
value that.
But based
So
on-
therefore, she loses
Why was
value
100
in
the
his
number
eyes
you
and in
used?
the eyes of other men who have some damn
Why
testosterone.
was 100 the number you used? Talk to me about that and continue, please.
100 was just a number I threw out there. Like, it could be.
Largest one that we told
The
us-
number earlier that was utilized was
largest-
20. Talk to me
on
about
this,
20.
on this platform. The largest
I
one
think
that we told
nowadays
us was
20 is
80.
whatever, dog.
The largest one we told us was 80 on this platform.
Okay.
If a girl tells me she has sex with under
Word.
20 niggas, I ain't gonna believe her. So today, 20 is normal. I don't give a fuck. That's why I
Yeah,
just threw
20 is
100
normal.
out there.
Period. So that's why we were.
It's normal.
Today on this show to 20. Period.
But
20,
we're asking.
period.
We're asking. Actually, you know, I want
What's
to talk
up?
to. I want to talk to my young professionals. What you call it? The body count. When it comes to the body count, talk about. I want the body count. You know what I mean? Either I'm gonna ask, A, what's a respectable body count, or what's a body count that like you guys like until you see like red flag, I'm not gonna take her seriously.
To me, I feel like if it's above mine, I feel like it's unacceptable.
What's yours? Tell us. Let's go.
You walked into that one. You
So
walked into that one.
about that.
See?
About
You
that.
gotta think smarter than that.
It's above 20. It's above 20 because I indulge of like other women.
Okay.
Okay. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. When it
That
comes
wasn't the question.
when it comes when it comes to body count, like like what do you guys deem respectable? What do you guys like see, and then you guys will walk away from?
Yeah, I mean,
20.
so let me.
What's
let
your
me
body count?
I
Let me
feel
start
like
about
it's
this.
above
Let me-
mine.
Like
That's my questions.
when I am dealing with a woman, I never ask. I never ask because I personally don't want her to ask me what mine is. You know, just
Because what is yours?
it's something I don't want to share. You know, so like I just like
Say 2.
and that's the thing. Like I know
This nigga's media
I've
trained.
had sex, right? I know you've had sex as well. Like I don't. Me knowing your body count, honestly, it won't change much.
Wait, I have a
I'll be
question.
honest. Yeah, I mean, let me.
It has nothing to do with
I have a question.
insecurities, dog. Women always use that as an excuse. If a man has a problem, either he's being emotional or he's insecure. We're not emotional creatures. We're logical.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question.
Can I?
On a logical level, they do. Not an emotional level.
Hey, everybody, let him cook.
Say I'm saying like when I'm dealing with a woman, I do not ask her body. And I hope she doesn't ask me mine, but usually she does, right? And I'm just.
What do you say?
What do I say?
I'm sorry.
That's
Hey,
private.
I say
None of your business.
I don't say give a number, but I'll say it's over a certain number. So I'll say it's over 20 bodies, but I won't say the exact number of bodies I have.
I don't think a girl care about the body count.
They don't.
I can't speak for.
It's a plus.
I can't
A man's
speak-
body count is a
question.
Jimmy,
plus
what you
because
saying?
we're
What you
different.
saying?
We're
Wait, I
valued
have a question.
differently.
I have a question. I have a question for him.
Go
I have a
ahead,
question
go
for
ahead,
him. Do you feel like that a man has to indulge in having a higher body count than other women to indulge that? Hey, I'm going to. How do I? Say
I got your
it?
question. So let me answer it like this.
Okay.
There's like it's rare that I'll take a woman like
Because sometimes to
seriously
me it's like.
Can I?
In my fault.
good.
In my generation, because I'm Generation Z. To me, I feel like that. Hey, that I have to have a higher body count. That I have to be an alpha.
I mean, you're
No
20, you're
mistakes
20.
to me. That I have to make sure that
Your early
I'm
20s, man.
better
Yeah.
than better than a woman.
you.
At the end of the day,
Don't
for
get
me
me wrong.
to
When I was in
indulge
high
my-
school, like young,
Okay.
I thought like that. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm like at an early age.
To me, my pressure is like for me to even have a relationship, I have to be better than a woman. My body count has to be better than a woman at the end.
Let me answer this. So let me tell you.
Because my question is, if my body count is lower than a woman, how does that make me look?
Let me tell you something. I'm 24, right? Okay. I'm 24 years old. All right.
Okay.
There have been times where I'm 24, like maybe 3 times in my life I've actually like considered taking a woman like serious, like you are someone I can see myself marrying, right? In each of those times, right, it's been like I know it's like I don't know what number your body. I'm not asking your body count, but I know it's over X amount of numbers. It's over 15. It's over 20. 25. It's over 25. Mine's over whatever, right? Mine's over whatever. And so,
I'm not trying to say that shit.
But like if I see you as a wife, right? Because we spent enough time together. I know what your morals are, your goals, your aspirations, etc. But it's time. I'm saying, but like that's the stuff that matters. Who you had sex with before, like I don't care what you did before me. You should not care what I did before you. We're here now.
That's a lie.
Are we building something?
Car facts, dog. Car facts.
I don't care.
You know that shit's gonna
I
come
ain't
up.
doing that.
I'm just saying,
You know
like,
that's cool guy.
I feel you.
I ain't doing that shit.
Wait,
I'm just saying, I don't care.
I ain't doing that shit.
But before
What am I gonna do?
And she
I
gonna
really
say-
want to know
she
what
would say
happened
that.
in your life.
We need to be
This
fair.
nigga would say
some
Yo,
shit like that.
we need to be fair.
It ain't
What
happening
happened?
that way.
Cricket.
What happened?
Nah,
Let him
it's just-
answer.
Nah,
Let him answer.
it's
What
not
happened?
about who she. It's not about
happened?
that. It's just where I came from, how I was raised.
Why is a
My-
large number
I was-
unattractive for you?
Nah, it's just how I was raised from my mom and my auntie. They taught me a certain things.
Where
certain
are
ways.
you from? Where were your aunties and them raised?
All right,
Like,
all right,
what's
wait,
going
wait,
on with
before-
that?
Yo, I have an
Before we
answer.
talk to this-
I have an answer for that
They
question,
taught
but it's
me-
not
they taught me-
scientific. It's
They
spiritual.
taught me
Chill,
not to fuck with a woman who got multiple numbers. That's what they
Cricket.
taught me.
Before we talk to them, okay, let's just go around in a circle and say,
Yeah.
like, a large body count, does it turn you on or off?
Off.
One word.
On or
Yes,
off?
one word.
Off.
That's right. One word.
said
And
what?
keep it
Off.
moving.
Do I have to explain why, or just why? Just off?
What do you-
All right, just off.
what do you say?
I want to explain why, but off.
Does a large body count turn you on or off?
Off.
To me, I was like,
One word, nigga.
Let him answer.
Off,
Let him
off,
answer.
off,
Let him answer.
off. In society, for me,
Don't
to,
fucking.
What's up?
One word off. One word off. One word is off. One word is off, and I have my reasoning. Off.
And I bet you, women don't care about niggas' body count.
It's a plus.
I was gonna
Let her
say,
answer. She's in the circle, nigga.
Leanne.
Bro,
Leanne,
nigga, you gotta let her
Leanne,
answer. You gotta let her
Leanne,
answer.
wait.
Leanne,
Do you
on or
care
off?
or do you not care?
Well, what's the question?
A nigga's body count, does it turn you on or off?
Does it turn me on or off if
You know you.
If I had sex with 100 women, would that turn you on or
know
off?
you
you
want a
had
nigga with
sex with 100
experience.
women? Would it turn me on or off? It would
Yes.
turn me off.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
No,
Because it turn you okay. That's it. That's it.
Off.
David,
Off.
does it
That's
turn
what
you
you
on
said?
or off?
Off.
High body
Okay.
count on
Hey,
or
let's
off?
let's go.
I think he.
Period. Me, Cricket, I don't give a fuck. You, friend, what's your name again?
How can you speak for her?
I usually remember, but not Kim.
Kim.
Period. I will remember from here. On or off? High body count.
I don't care. On.
I think I don't care. It don't matter. Yeah. It don't matter.
Everybody different.
Okay. Terry.
Everybody different.
Pass the mic to Terry. Tata.
Off.
Off. Period.
I don't care.
You don't care.
Off.
Okay,
Oh,
so
big
he's
off.
Okay, so all the offs, stand up. All the offs,
What's high for me?
stand up.
Tell me what a high body count is for
This
you.
one. Okay, cool.
What is a high
think
body count?
50.
My issue.
AD? Why does it turn you off?
What is a high body count?
Leanne, pass the mic to AD. Okay, yeah, sit down.
All right, why it turn me off?
Sit down,
That's his
Gautier.
phone.
Sit down, Gautier. Why does it turn you off?
Why it turn me off? Because I don't want another shorty having more bodies than me, and I want a shorty to be. Because I personally think, this is me personally, I'm traditional. You know what I'm saying? I was raised by traditional people. So it's like,
Tradition is based on you fucking more women.
yeah, yep. There you go.
Yeah.
What tradition is that?
That nigga's honest. Let's
What
go.
tradition is that?
She's like, what do I
What
say to that?
tradition is that?
Quelle tradition?
but
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
And for me,
Gautier.
all right, for me, I say it off because for me, what I want for an empire, I have to, at the end of the day, what society and what other people are saying, that I have to be better than a woman, that I have to indulge of just making sure that my offspring survive, and on top of that, I have to establish something for my women and for myself. At the end of the day, can my woman do that for me if I'm gone?
Yeah.
It's true.
So your offspring can't survive.
But
But also, but
exactly. Now they dead. Now they dead. The bitch fertile
mind
at
you,
that point.
mind you, like that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to be educated because I'm here to hear both sides.
Yeah,
But
that's
since-
right.
Because
That's
at that, because I'm confused because I have my own blueprint and work.
Right.
I have my own blueprint.
Right.
Mind you, to be honest, I'm new here because I have
and
my
mind
own.
you guys, he's
I'm
20 years old. He's
I have
he's,
my
he's
own-
very young.
I have my
Very
own
young.
blueprint. I have my own blueprint to how I want to survive.
That's
to me,
right.
how I want to consider my relationship, I want to indulge of me being an alpha at the same time being able to listen to my shorty to be able to put her in that perspective to where if she wants something that I
Okay.
can put her in that
let's
front
wait,
to
wait,
get
wait.
it.
Let's dive into this.
Okay.
What the fuck is alpha?
Exactly.
An
That was my next question. What does an alpha mean?
Yo,
What
wait,
does
wait.
an alpha
It's not
mean
even
to you?
because like
what
there's
does that
so
mean
many,
to
alpha,
you?
bro?
there's so
What is
many
an
ways.
alpha?
There's
What's an alpha?
go ahead.
What I know for myself is that with the patriarchy and all that stuff that I know for sure, and I know for sure that biologically I have to be better than that. I'm better than a man.
Better in what way?
Better than a
And
man?
physically and like in a way that like going out and getting risk. Majority of the time that
Okay.
to me in my experience, and that's my experience, that majority of women don't take that risk.
But where does that idea come from? What is the idea that you
I feel
have to
like
take on more risk than your
from
woman?
from what I heard from the previous people and how it worked to where we got here. So that's all I know.
From where you got here. So
100%.
what does that mean for you? Do you have to take on that responsibility
I'm trying to ask-
based off of your parents' perception and your family's perception and your family's dynamic of what a man and a man and a woman's relationship supposed to be like? Or have you ever thought about, are those my ideologies or are those the ideologies of my family? Are those the ideologies of my parents? Or are they the ideologies of myself?
All right, to me, I feel like how I survive, I listen to my parents.
All that matters, how he feels.
All right.
That's
got
all
no
that
feelings
matters,
or
how he
ideology,
feels.
to me, like for my parents, why am I here? I'm gonna listen to my dad. Is like, what's the blueprint to why I got here? And he's like, oh, this is this and that and third. All right, cool. But to me, how I can survive, I have to make sure that I listen to everybody so I can
Right.
take in the perfect balance
Yep.
for me to push forward
Yep.
to get away from all these people to make sure
Yep.
that I survive
Yep.
for my family.
And
So
mind
it's
you,
like-
whenever you are that young, that is your perspective. You have to take on the perspectives of
say something like a
everybody else.
motherfucker,
And I
but
appreciate you taking
Yeah,
that.
because that is very
100%.
important.
100%.
Everything matters.
Because at the end of the day, I'm here to learn.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right.
I'm not here to debate none of that.
And that's
because-
why you will get to where you have to go because you're
Thank you.
open-minded. Period.
So-
I had to say that.
I'll on that
Good
track.
man, Savannah.
How you doing? But I'm saying all that to say you talk about an alpha man, how you seen it, how you're raised, which is fine. But I'm saying from my perspective, growing up in a household where my mother is, making more money than my dad, right? Both making six figures, both very successful. But I've seen my mother, like my father is the alpha in certain areas of life. In certain areas of my life, my father is. He's the one, outside shoveling the snow. He's the one
Right.
outside.
Right. He an
mowing
old
the
school
lawn.
man.
Yeah, he's an old school man. Like he's the enforcer. He's
right.
the alpha. But like when it comes to other areas of life, like my mother, I see as the alpha. Like when it comes to being the breadwinner.
That's
when
right.
it comes to like planning for like trips or anything like that.
Yep.
Like
Your father
running the
takes the
house.
lead.
Yeah, my father takes
Yeah.
the lead, and he's that strong figure. But my mother, I definitely see as like the head of the house.
Acknowledge
Yeah.
that and embrace that.
For
It's
people,
rare.
It is. He's right. He's right.
very
All
rare.
right, for me, my question is like, did it start from him to where he transfer all that like leadership role to his women to indulge to surviving, or
I think it was more so, like you said, they got married in their mid 30s. They had children in their late 30s. They were both already well established and confident in who they were. My father, he doesn't care that she makes more money because it's their money at the end of the day, right? They're married,
Exactly.
they share it, and
Exactly.
it's going towards us, right? We're able to have a much better life collectively because of that. So it's like, don't be mad if your woman makes more money than you. Obviously, it comes down to like your upbringing.
Yo, yo.
Hold on.
First of all,
Hold on,
listen,
Gautier.
man.
I mean, I'll say
What's
this.
up,
I'll
X?
say this lastly. I'll say this lastly. I'll say this lastly. I am actually I'm an entrepreneur. I'm someone who wants to be extremely wealthy.
He will be.
and I will.
Period. He will be. I can tell by the way he
I-
motherfucking
like,
face shaped. Yeah, he got it.
I personally,
be like, go
I
wash
want
the
to make
dishes,
more
nigga.
money than my wife.
Yeah,
I do, but only because I see myself making so much money.
and that's your vision.
Because
And that's why you're. And why that's why the.
there's an imbalance. We haven't talked
No,
about
no,
it.
no, no,
There's
no.
an
That's not
imbalance.
an imbalance. That's when.
Yeah.
That's
That's
what
an
Whoever
happens.
makes
aspiration.
the
There's
most
nothing
money.
wrong with his aspiration.
Wait. That's not an imbalance at all. That's what happens whenever you have a vision.
And there's nothing
And
wrong
a
with his vision.
It's different than an idea. It's different than a strategy. Whenever you can see it,
First of all, like one of the things that happens is like when what's it called, a woman makes more money than a nigga. What generally happens is resentment. Exactly. Right. So we have
so
these love stories.
I will say that no, you can't get this shit because I just got this shit.
Story.
I will say one thing. I think this is gonna sound like kind of niche, I guess, but I think when women focus a lot on making money, they give up other things that can benefit them being a proper wife, and those things are not aligned with what a man generally works towards, which makes him a proper husband.
and that's why I was gonna say, like, at the end of the day, all this conversation is relative, and that's why I like to get to the source, because I don't like having extra conversation, because we can get to where we want to go if we identify where we are, and when we identify where we want to be. You don't gotta have all the extra side conversation. At the end of the day, the man is led by the wife. Period. And I'm living that. Yes, it is. Yes,
Whoa.
it is.
Hell
Whenever
motherfucking
your
no.
wife, whenever your lady,
impress his woman every day.
Hell
whenever
no.
your girl is at the house every single day, all day, doing what she does, and she establishes her routine, and it all goes back to what is your day to day? What do you do on the day to day? Whenever you're not there, your kids are living that life. They're going by their routine. Whenever you're stuck sidelined by whatever is happening on your personal life, and whenever you're inserted into that day to day, unless you ask your wife or your girlfriend what's going on, unless you are doing that task on the day to day, you will be lost. Every man is followed by their woman. Period.
Followed?
I will not have this shit.
Did you say
be
followed?
discussed.
Did you say followed?
Period.
Followed as in like behind every great man is a great woman. That's
Do
basically
you have a wife
what
and
she's
kids?
building on.
Do you have a wife and kids?
And as a
Wait,
person
wait,
who's
wait.
married,
Do you have a wife and kids? Do you have a wife
she's
and
right.
kids?
She's right.
Do
She's
you?
right.
But
You know what
my
I'm saying?
question
Like
is to you.
there are things that we don't know that
Wait, wait,
women are
Sitting
wives
here.
pick up on.
Hold on.
Silencio. Ungawa.
It's not superior.
Yeah.
But that's the thing for you.
I was about to build on
you're
that, though.
interpreting it as a different way. It's not a superior. Your wife is not superior to you, and that's why I said it has to all goes back to
That the
being
wife follows the man or the man follows the wife. It sounds like she said
it
both.
doesn't go by
Nigga.
being superior.
So that's a great segue because I feel like it's both. It's a partnership. You need a team. You know, and what be
Who's
messing a lot of
leading the
people
team,
up?
though?
That's
There
right.
has to be a leader.
Hold on. Let me build. Let me build. I think what fucks up a lot of relationships is that a lot of people try to compete with their partner.
That's right.
Whether it's the
That's
woman
right.
trying to compete with
That's
the man
right.
or
That's
the
the
man
one.
trying to compete with the woman.
That's the
You
one.
are a team.
That's
You know
the
what I'm
one.
saying?
That's the
You
one.
watch basketball and you watch some of these ball players and you can be, oh, this dude's a ball hog. He's the reason the team's
Exactly.
Why
There's
do you
somebody
have to
leading
be
that
the
team.
coach?
There's somebody leading that team.
Why do you need to be the
I
coach?
mean, if we're gonna use that analogy,
Okay. Let AD talk. Go ahead.
if
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna use that analogy,
If it's two people who are leaders,
I am the moderator. I'm the host. I'm the moderator. I
like,
got
okay,
this. We got this.
Me personally, I'm thinking like, yo, if she's acting like she's extra like independent and shit like that, and she don't need me, bro, it's like, bro, then we're
But
business
if-
partners. That's how
But
I see it.
don't think about it like that.
No,
though.
that's how I see it though. But I respect.
That's when you're going wrong. That's when you're going wrong.
Okay,
'Cause
and
you're not
that's
partners,
not
you're a
where I
team.
go wrong.
Right.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's where I come from. So at the end of the day, I'm saying if I'm seeing another person acting like she's just okay and this independent, extra independent, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, we're just business partners because I'm the same way. But if I can come here and provide, for a shorty, I can help her out, and she's acting all like, oh, I can do all this on myself, and you know, all extra tough and shit, and acting like she's actually masculine and shit, my nigga. There's no point. There is no point.
Where does your
But
mindset
at the
come
end of the day,
from?
my nigga, you can do this shit yourself. So do this shit yourself. Walk away, my
But
nigga.
no.
If I can have a shorty that can be like, oh, yo, you can help me out, do the things like, you can.
But is
I
that
can
not a
provide for
team?
you.
That's
Huh?
a team, right? That's a
No,
team.
no,
because
nigga,
you're helping her out.
If it's a team,
She's
hear
helping
me
you
out.
out.
If it's a team, nigga, I'm the leader. If it's a team, she's the
why
leader, right?
do you have to
and then
be
he
the
could
leader?
and then he could be whatever the fuck he is.
But
like, at the end of
are you good at everything?
my nigga, I'm not saying I'm good at
You know what I'm
everything, my
saying?
nigga. But at the end of the day,
I'm just asking you a question.
Go
I'm
ahead,
asking you a
go ahead,
question,
go ahead.
right? So then you're gonna have to need somebody else to do the things you're not good at.
And that's where it
You see what I'm
goes
talking
back
about?
respect that.
Right?
And that's where it goes back to the compliment. If you are into art, if you are into colors, you know what complimentary is. It's
Yeah.
that orange goes with blue.
Yeah.
It's that green goes with red.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all won't match. But will you compliment each other? Will you pick up the slack where she is lacking?
I'm disagreeing.
That's
Wait,
what
wait.
I'm disagreeing on the
complimenting
shit.
is.
I know where you come from.
And
And
yo,
it's
trying to
just
spit,
like,
nigga.
nigga,
Like, yo, I'm trying to spit.
It won't be the
no, no, no.
I'm gonna
same.
say more.
Won't be the same.
Say more. You
period.
have more.
Dog.
But I promise
Dude,
you,
you a cookie?
But I promise you, no
It's not
matter
for
where
these.
y'all are in your relationship, if you love her and she loves you, if that love is there, it will work. Period.
But Cricket, I got some for
Period.
you. If that's the
Period.
woman who he AD and Josiah desires, I like honestly wish him the best of luck, and I know that he will be successful when he finds that match for him. You know what I mean? But
shaming
again,
him.
as
That's
for
compliment.
what'd you say?
Are you shaming him?
Not at all. No. I didn't say that.
You're
See,
right.
pity on
see,
you.
that's. Oh, I didn't
No,
say that.
no.
I'm saying I really
And
know.
if she
huh?
did,
Huh?
let me clarify here.
That's my thing. I feel like my one statement was there is no monolith to as to what everybody
You said
wants,
that like 5
everybody
times.
desires.
Yeah.
That's my one thing. So what he would want versus he would want, I'm assuming you guys are all he, so forgive me. What y'all all would want may have similarities, but there may be differences in one
Right.
way or another.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And I honestly feel like men, you guys all will be successful. You know why? Because you guys are understanding and you guys are solidified in your intentions and your desires for a woman. And that's all. I find someone who can fulfill your desires for a woman.
I don't care how much money my woman making, because at the end of the day, she won't get that shit to me, nigga. That's what's up.
Bye.
That's number one.
Bye.
Number two,
I promise you, if a woman has kids and she has money, if she
She gonna
loves
get that
you,
shit to me.
she will keep
Nigga
you.
went off the straight
If she
left field,
don't
bro.
see it,
This nigga-
value
If she don't give
for
it to
you,
me,
the
it's a problem.
relationship, She will
That nigga
leave
That's it.
because
there is
there have been
sick
studies
in
shown
the
that
head.
if a woman has kids and she has her own money, she don't need a nigga. Period.
then I won't fuck with
they
her.
have
Period.
no-
Listen,
And
if
that's
a
okay.
woman is making more
And
money than
that's
me,
okay.
if-
But if your value to your woman is rooted in the money, like you gotta start.
I don't know.
taking
I know what you're talking
inventory
about, but
of
her
yourself.
value is money. I don't know what you mean by that.
What did you just say?
I
You
said if
said
she
your
making
girl
more
makes
money than
more
me,
money than
she's
you,
giving
then
it to
you're
me.
Done, right?
I didn't say I'm
Not
done.
just
I said
say
she's
that.
giving it to me. That's what I said.
Okay, she's giving it to you, but why does she have to give her money to you?
Because
what
I'm
is-
the head of the household. I'm the leader, and not only that, women are bad with money. That's why.
But if she makes more money than you, is she not the
That's what I'm
head of
saying.
the household
Okay,
and
let's
leader if
go.
we're monetizing
No.
our importance?
No, because I'm alpha. That's why. Because we
Because
were
you're
talking.
alpha?
Yes, because we was talking about
but if
alpha.
she makes more money than you, sweetheart, isn't she the alpha?
No, she's not.
What does that make for
Because
you?
money is a social construct. Alpha is nature. Earlier, we was talking about
That is
oh,
true.
But
the
why does everybody
household.
have to ascribe to that
You can be a
nature?
rich-
Because
You
it
can-
is
you can
nature.
be a
It's
rich
because we're
person
all
and
under
be a
nature. That's
beta.
why.
Huh? You can be a.
Real shit,
Hold
right?
on, he just said.
You know, bro, it's like, bro, you know, at the end of the day,
Cook,
bro,
nigga.
if she's making more money, it's like, slide off.
Let me.
Nah, I
might
said
bust
you.
it down,
Nah, she's giving it to me.
Of course you gotta
I
bust it down,
always.
nigga.
down. But I'm gonna
What's that?
slide
Yeah,
off
yeah.
because at the end of the day, it's like, my nigga, I'd rather cherish a woman who's just like, I can take care of.
Yeah, because let
Period.
me tell you, women I've dealt with in the past have gone to Harvard or gone to Cornell, are making 6 figures, and I'm like, you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
You're on a path.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's just for me personally. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
you're like, this is what I see in a wife. Someone who can
Right.
also compliment me monetarily. I'm making $1 million. She's making 800,000. That's tough to me.
Right.
I don't want a woman.
What if she made 120,000?
Can we-
Just you said the 20 different.
Hold on a second.
What if she making $2 million?
Yo, Trey.
That's cool too.
Let me.
He's cool.
Yeah.
It's all
as
relative.
long as she's treating me the same with the same respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
Wait, let me ask some questions. Let me ask some questions for that situation. Like, does that make you insecure? Do you think that women can't date down? They always have to date up. So why can't you date a woman who makes more than you?
Don't women statistically make less money than men?
Let me ask you a question.
Don't women statistically make money than men?
Let him ask you a question.
Yeah, my niggas, I'm asking a question. Yo, chill,
It doesn't
chill.
matter, nigga. A man will take any
that's the
shorty,
question.
nigga.
Bro, I'm asking a question.
I'm listening.
Quantity, men is
Yo,
about.
my nigga, I got you.
I'm listening.
But like, why can't you date a woman that dates more, that makes more than you?
Black men.
I just got this
Nah, I can't believe I'm saying this shit.
Got in my hand
They
the whole
be
night.
practicing. They be practicing the black men. Yo, hold on. It's kind of true. Like niggas be practicing on hypergamy a little bit too, nigga. Cause it's like, I will hear a lot from a lot. Cause like I used to be on my own chilling, but a lot of black women would tell me, you know, shorties I be chilling with, they tell me like, oh, in my past I had relationships with black niggas who just had. You know, they had a kid with the shorty and some more shit, and he won't do shit. He just play 2K and she be like,
What?
Niggas
paying
love
rent
2K.
and some more
Niggas
shit.
love
It's
2K.
a lot of situations like that. And
Yeah.
it's true. But that's just in the black community. But in
No.
general, I think in general, women are into hypergamy in general.
What do you mean by hypergamy?
Hypergamy as in like they look.
Yeah.
They look for something higher. They look for like, you know, something superior. They look for a guy who's taller or a
alpha.
guy who got an alpha. They look
But
for
I
a guy
mean,
who got-
doesn't
who got
everybody,
more money.
everybody,
Not men.
Doesn't everybody
And-
what?
Here's our standard. Our standard is more like, yo, we try our best to find the prettiest.
I think
Or
men
whatever,
have more realistic standards.
whatever fits us right there and then.
There's
You know what
different
I'm saying?
value systems for men and women.
right? Exactly. So let me ask y'all this: everybody in the room right now, go. What is your highest value? What is the most valuable thing a woman can do?
most valuable
that
trait
you
that she
see
has?
from a woman? What's your highest value from a woman, X?
The ability to take instruction.
Okay, what's up for you, Tata?
Yeah.
This is my nigga right here. Like, no, it's
He's a Virgo. Didn't
My thing is the
the
ability to
man got a
accept me.
job for you?
The ability to accept me.
The ability to accept
Ability to
you.
accept me. Who I
I
am.
like that. I like that.
What's up, Terry?
The ability to grow with me.
What's up, Brandon?
I would say intelligence. Intelligence. That's probably the biggest one for me.
This nigga wants brain.
Yeah. In both ways.
What was yours again?
Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Kind of like them two, ability to build, ability to grow.
So that means y'all are ready for like long term. Terry, we already know you out the game. So that means you guys, but
Respect.
y'all are ready for something serious. X to Kim, something serious.
Yeah, something
What about you, David? What's the highest value for a woman for you?
Probably just being my peace. Peace of mind.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
David, for real.
Yeah, he know.
woman's piece either. Fuck that.
Do you see how niggas said fuck that and destroy her? Like, that's my thing. Women are supposed to be men's piece. I'm just speaking to what said Haitian gentleman said or across from me.
What's your highest value?
What's my highest
of a
value?
man,
Said a man?
Yeah.
My high, that's I don't remember names. I'm not good with names.
What's your highest value?
My
Yeah.
highest value from a man is his generosity and his heart.
What about you, Gautier, for a woman?
Well, for me, is understanding where I came from, where my faults at, and to where we can have an agreement to push forward. Because at the end of the day, where I was grown up.
Yeah.
Exactly. I just want to have a good life. To me,
I
just
just
want
want
to
a
have a
fat
good
ass.
life.
That's right. Yeah,
To me,
yeah.
I just want to have a good life to be able to really just prosper and just be like, with biology, just be better. You feel me? So that's for me.
What about you, AD?
I mean, I ain't gonna cap. I be fucking with these hoes. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna cap. Real. I be fucking with these hoes. You know what I mean? Holla at me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't ready. I ain't ready for no relationship. I want to fuck with hoes. I want to fuck with super. I want to fuck with super sluts.
Honesty
if you
is
a
key.
super slut, holla at me. I like nasty bitches. I ain't gonna cap. I really do.
Big
That's
booty freaks.
personally me. But if
We
if
respect
I'm
that,
on some,
AD.
if I'm on
Respect
some
that.
real relationship shit, I want her to be compliant. I want her to be loyal.
Compliant?
Him,
Yes.
Yeah, all right, see, look,
Right.
do you
She's
mean?
like,
What
huh?
is your
And
definition
hold
of
on.
compliant?
I'm gonna keep talking. If she has a say, we can discuss it, and if her say is right, then it makes sense. All right. But like usually, I want to be the leader to the situation. That's about it. But other than that, holla at me. I want to fuck with the hoes. Hit me up. I want a nasty
AD.
bitch.
For the hoes, what do you bring to the table for the hoes?
For the hoes, nothing. Dick.
Exactly.
Dick.
They
Dick in
hoes.
your mouth.
They hoes.
Dick in your mouth. And
Actually-
you know that. Holla at me.
Yo,
you know what's
one
up.
of the one of the
You know what's up.
one of the questions I want to get to. Yo, 80. All this shit. We were talking about like
What up?
nigga before we got here, bro. We were talking about like do you trust your girl, or not even like do you trust your girl, but like do you like a girl's night out?
Do I like a girls' night out? I don't like. If I have a girlfriend, hell no. She ain't having a girls' night out.
Yeah.
She ain't having no girls trip or girl night out.
Girl shit, no girls night out.
Well, for me,
What traumatized you is
for me,
my question
for me, it's
for
all
you.
about.
Period.
Wait, for me, it's all about regulation. If I feel like, at the end of the day, I feel like I can't stop somebody from having fun.
You won't. I
And
promise
I
you.
won't.
You
I
won't.
won't. I feel like
promise you,
that's
you
a
won't.
disservice for me to make sure that like
You won't, AD. If
Exactly.
she wanna
I
go,
feel
she
like
gonna
my
go.
I feel like my shorty can have fun. For me, I feel like my shorty can have
Start dating
fun,
white men.
but if she fucks up, that's on her, and I can move on and find another.
Wait.
Wait,
You know,
say that
we're
again.
talking about.
What
We're
did
talking
you
about
say?
in this sense. You guys are
Okay,
you're
let me say
20
that one more time.
you're
Let me say
20
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
say that
go
one more
ahead.
time.
I feel like my shorty should have fun, right? And it's not wrong with having fun. So much stress in society, so much work that you put in, you deserve to have fun. But if she fucks up, I feel like I gotta move on, because at the end of the day, I gotta make sure that I have a certain structure to where I can move forward. I always want to move forward. For me, like, I understand how United States works. It's all about capitalism, and I'm always moving forward.
Says I'm about to have a girls' night out with my girls, and I don't, and it's just a girls' night out. I can't have you come through. It's my girls. That's it.
If
You be like, "Aight."
if we have a compromise, the thing is, all right, listen,
better
listen,
suck some
all right,
dick,
all right,
nigga.
listen, and it's all about yourself. Listen, I need you guys to listen.
All right, let's
I need
listen.
you guys to listen. I need you guys
Listen
to.
to her slurping.
If you
disrespectful. It hurts. Like it's actually kind of scary.
okay, listen. All right, listen. If I understand my self-worth, it's all about compromise, and it's all about supply and demand. If I understand that, hey, we had this conversation. If we never had that conversation, it's gonna be like a fumble to where I need to find the answers. You feel me? But if I had that conversation to where it's like, hey, I love you, and I need to understand that I'm not here to backstab you. And if you fuck me over, I gotta move on, and that's that. That's that.
So you're
and it's not
automatically
my
accusing
fault.
her of like,
Huh?
So it feels like you're all like when you say like she's going out, she's gonna cheat on you or something like that.
If she
That's
cheats
what it
on me,
sounds
that's on her. We had an. The
But
thing
you're preparing
is,
yourself
the
for it.
thing
You're
is, there's
antagonizing
all
her.
right.
Preparing
Listen,
yourself
listen.
for it.
I'm
I like
preparing
that. I like
myself,
this
but
though.
at the end of the day,
I like
you
this
gotta.
Oh,
All right,
she was a girl's
listen,
night out,
listen.
she's gonna suck some dick.
Listen, you gotta understand. You gotta understand.
She might.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. It's like, it's a pre-trial to a marriage. I'm not married yet.
You're right.
And she
I'm
can go
not
out with her friends
married
when
yet.
she's married.
But if she stays loyal,
I'm
it's
asking-
like if she stays loyal, that means she's being consistent to get married.
Okay.
If she's not being loyal, then she's not.
Okay. I respect that opinion. Yo, light skin. My light skin.
that's my
Wait.
question.
I need my light skin nigga to fucking answer this question though.
Say it again. The girls' night out.
Girls night out. Do you
I
do you
don't.
care if your girl has a girl night out?
I definitely care. I wouldn't say it's the end of the world, but I think. I don't know. I think you have to ask yourself, why do girls go out to the club?
Exactly.
Do
And
they,
sometimes
do that? I mean, like, I think, like, yes, obviously, there's the fun aspect, dancing to music and stuff like that. But I think girls realistically get a kick when guys are just like, oh, look at that pretty girl. Like, I like being reassured of how beautiful I am. And stuff
Is that
like
wrong?
Should I feel upset by
Is that wrong? Is it
I
wrong?
think, and I personally think that.
Whoa.
I personally think like that's a level of emotionally cheating.
and on top of that,
You wanna
can
feel
I add on top
attractive?
of that?
No. Wait.
Alright.
Wait. Before
Wait,
that.
can
Before that.
I want to add.
Before that, you feel like that's wrong to feel like, if she wants to feel like she's just like attractive to other people, that's emotionally cheating to you? Just because she wants to feel like
I
she's
think if
attractive?
she allows men to hit on her, that's emotionally cheating.
What do you mean allow men? Because people don't allow people to hit on them. People just hit on people.
Well, I mean, you're a girl, you go to the club, you're entertaining them. You're getting a free
If you
drink.
entertain it.
You're with your girls, you get a free drink.
Okay.
If I was there, would you be doing that at the bar? Hell no.
Nah.
So why should I not be uncomfortable
Yeah,
with
to
that?
me, I wouldn't take a. I wouldn't
know what I
take a free
mean?
drink from no shorty, no cap.
Yo, I want to.
I wouldn't. No, it's all about principle. It's all about.
But did you
to
see
me-
that level
no,
of
listen,
sexism that
because-
yellow gentleman
because
who
it's
just
all
said?
about consistency.
Sweetheart, let a woman
Hold on a
speak.
second.
That yellow gentleman just said.
Hell yeah, yellow niggas forever.
He said, God forbid, his shorty. I believe shorty's in the audience, so God bless you, sweetheart.
I love that bitch. Sorry, I
That's
love
none of
that
my
woman.
business, so I won't speak on that. So, he said if his woman were to receive a free drink, that'd be different from him receiving a free drink. How is that different? Please explain and
Oh, did I say that?
elaborate on that. If you were to
No, I
receive
don't
a free drink, you
No,
literally
I-
just
I-
said if you were
no,
to
I
get a
didn't
free
say-
drink, that'd be
'cause
okay.
historically,
No,
my
no, no,
girl-
no. You just said what you said, and I want you to talk about
and I'll
it.
say this: my girl's gotten free drinks from other guys, and she's gave it to me. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know what I said, but I was like, I don't give a fuck. Oh God! I should have fucked that nigga up. I don't give a fuck. I'm chilling, bro.
Yo,
Okay, that's cool.
to add on what this gentleman said right now, if your woman is going to the club to have other niggas tell her that she's pretty because she wants to feel pretty and shit, I'm telling you right now, nigga, you are fucking up. Because why don't she feel pretty, nigga? That's like your job. You're supposed to do that.
That's your job.
So if she wants to feel pretty outside of y'all, that's a big issue.
Yeah,
And
it's
if
a
you're
big issue.
doing everything you need to do to make her feel beautiful, but she still wants that attention from other niggas, that's a problem, bro. You might as well
That's a
just.
deeper
All right, my
insecurity.
next-
She's for
I
the
agree
streets,
with
B. She's
that.
for
My
the streets.
question is,
I like that, yeah.
what is the perfect balance to where a woman can have fun to where it's not disrespectful to a man's?
She can go to the club and have fun. Like, to
right.
answer your question, if my girl say, "Hey, I'm about to go to the club with my girls," I'm like, "Word, have fun, shit." Because I went to the club with my homies, right? And I saw this girl. She looked good as fuck, and she was dancing by herself and shit. I was like, "Ooh, I'm about to go over there and talk to her." I walked up to her. I'm like, "Hey, shorty, what's good at this?" She's like, "I'm married actually," and I was like, "I bet, respect." No, I was in the club. No, I was single at the time, but she was married, and I didn't. What? I said I went to the club with my homies. And I saw a good-looking girl dancing by herself, and I said, "Ooh, I'm about to go over there and talk to her." I went over there and said, "Hey, what's up?" And she was like, "I'm married." Off rip. And I was like, "Cool, respect that." So she is a married woman going to the club, having a good time with her homegirls.
100%.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And I feel like that women and men should indulge of expressing their stress, because at the end of the day, we're always competitive among each other. At the end of the day, that's
But
how I
here's the
feel.
next thing.
And I feel like he made a good point in the sense that, like,
it's all
right,
good.
you should allow anybody to be who they are and do what they want, especially if you love them. There was something about them that made you love them in the first place, or made you attracted to them in the first place, or made you rock with them in the first place,
no, I'm not
right?
doing that.
That's
Right?
what's up.
Don't be
No, I'm not
surprised
doing
that they're
that.
doing the
And
same
you're
shit
right.
that grabbed you.
You're right.
Now,
You're right.
now, if they do fuck up, right? Like in the sense that you guys
July.
had an agreed upon dynamic in your relationship, and they violated that, then it's like, okay, you got to deal with that.
No.
Now, it is insecure if you assume just because she's going out that she's going to violate that. You didn't even give her a chance to actually do it, or vice versa, right? And it's like the way I oversee it is like, over time, no matter what somebody does, that's their business, because it's gonna come out. Secrets come out. Shit comes out from hiding. You ain't gotta be no fucking PI, no detective. Yo, who's doing this, and who did you cheat on me? You were out an extra hour late. Like, when you're on that type of time, you're manifesting the fucked up shit inside your relationship. You know what I'm saying?
with me-
You gotta trust that you deserve what you deserve, and that you got what you got.
and I respect that.
And as a person, I've been with my lady for 13 years, and for 13 years,
And you know I see- you know
and
I
there
see
are
that
things that
shit. I
she's
love
done.
it. I love it.
There are
I
things
love
she's
it.
done that I haven't agreed with.
Right.
I told her I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
We broke up. You know what I'm saying? She did what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? Later on, she learned her lesson. She was like, you know what? I actually didn't want to do that.
Right,
you know what
right.
I'm saying? You were right. You gave me some points, some advice. I didn't want to listen at the time. Now, me, I was like you, AD. I was like, hell no. You violated. That's it. It's over. Right? Right?
It's not even. Don't even say like me. Don't even say like me. Don't even say like me.
But I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
there are things that you have when you have a soulmate, when you
Yeah.
love somebody, that go
Right.
even beyond certain, mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And
hold on,
vice versa.
I respect you.
And vice versa.
Now
There are lines.
I believe that soulmate shit, bro. I do not believe that soulmate
I know.
shit.
And there are lines
Let him
that
finish.
certainly should never be crossed.
Yeah.
Right? And you should hold those types
Right.
of boundaries. But then if it's that type of situation where it's like you can break up with somebody and then you can get back together and you know you're stronger now because you're like, yo, like, you know what? We actually do share the same values. I didn't know that before,
Yeah.
but now I do. then you actually have somebody that isn't just listening to you. Like, it's cool to have a woman listen to you. Does she actually understand what you're saying? Does she actually believe in it? Does she actually know it? Like, if you just have somebody following you, whatever you're saying, but they don't even fuck with what you're actually saying, they're just doing it because they know you're gonna wild out.
She can bounce,
Bro,
yeah.
that builds resentment.
Yeah.
That builds resentment.
Yeah.
You wanna let somebody disagree with you. And if they figure out later on by doing whatever they're doing, it's just like, because I'm a father too. It's when your child just wants to do something, bro, you gotta let them do something sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They gotta learn,
Yeah,
bro.
you gotta let 'em
You know what
learn.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean they're the parent now.
Right.
They're running you now. Da 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 da. Nah, you gotta stay within your confidence. Like, nah, like
That's right.
I gave you advice. You
And
might not
trust
have
yourself.
listened it. You gotta trust yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now that you know better, you
Yeah.
can trust yourself better. And I don't even have to keep telling you, oh, don't do this, don't do
That's-
that.
I done
You're gonna,
told you.
you're gonna, right?
That's-
You done already burnt your hand on the stove.
That's
Like,
why I just feel like I'm gonna stay single. I'm gonna stay single because, man, I'm a clingy ass person, bro.
That's probably best for the
once I'm in a
universe.
relationship
You a
with
Cancer
somebody.
too?
No, I'm a Pisces.
Okay.
Close. But I'm a clingy ass person. So once I'm in a relationship, I'm actually riding out for her. So it's like at the end of the day, it's like my nigga, holla at me. I want some super sluts.
I wanna ask a question. I wanna ask a question.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm
AD,
gonna keep it a buck. Hold on, I'm gonna keep it a buck because it's
David
like
didn't go
Nigga,
to
this
it.
nigga
I
been giving
have
a
a
shout out
certain
for
way of looking at things,
45
bro.
seconds, bro.
If she's going to the club, I'm like, if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna stop doing certain things that prevent me from doing stupid shit.
Period.
If I'm going to a club,
That's respect. Yeah.
Well, if I'm going to a club, why the fuck would I go to a club if I know I'm gonna see a bunch of bitches there? I'm gonna be like, yo, I'm trying to do something.
You're not even gonna
I
entertain
think I'm
it.
gonna stay home. Nigga.
You're not
If I
gonna
got my
entertain
shorty,
it.
I'm gonna stay home.
Yeah.
If my shorty's saying let's go out, my nigga, I'm like, you're stupid. We can go out together, but if you're going out by yourself,
No,
Yeah.
you're
100%.
dumb.
I get it.
Why would you put yourself in
But
bad
hear me out.
situations?
Hear me
Hold
out.
on,
A lot of
hold on.
shorties, a lot of shorties want to go out by themselves, and I'll be like, you know what? You're not my type of shorty. I will cut you off, and that's what I have
Wait.
to. Hold on, and that's what I have to do.
she's
I
not
have
taking
to
you
cut off
seriously.
a lot of bitches.
Yeah.
Or if I'm actually trying to really get involved with her because she's not. Her mindset's not on where I'm at, and that's just me being just talking about where I'm at, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, my nigga, like I said again, if a shorty's going out by herself, my nigga, what do you think? It's promiscuous shit. That's how I see
Yeah,
it.
I agree. And
That's how
Okay,
I see
David.
the question I
If
want to
a nigga-
ask.
If a nigga's going
Nigga,
out, it's the
oh
same
my
shit.
God,
We going
bro.
out to look
This nigga
fly,
just keeps saying the same
What's
shit
up?
over and
Wrap it
over
up.
again, bro.
My fault, my
Light
fault.
skin.
We got you,
Light
got you.
skin.
Yo,
Let's go.
Go ahead,
God
David.
damn.
And then Gautier, then
The
that's
question
it.
I wanted to ask you, right? So this is kind of looping back on you approach somebody and they say, I'm married right off the bat. Yeah. Let's say you're Jason Tatum. You think she's gonna
Tatum?
have the same
Who's
Same-
Jason Tatum again? He's an actor, ball player.
like,
Who the fuck is that?
on the Celtics?
Yeah,
bro?
I'm not into sports. My bad. But
All right,
okay, I'm
it's all
Jason
good.
Tatum.
But let's say you're like a professional athlete. Everybody knows you, LeBron or some shit. You think she's gonna have the same exact reaction? Oh, I'm married. Conversation's done.
That's a good ass question.
I think that brings up a good-ass
dog.
point.
That depends
Because
on the
women
woman, though.
will act differently
Exactly.
if the guy has enough status and has enough
Nah,
game.
it don't got enough. It don't got nothing to do with status.
Yeah,
it
it
has
does. Yeah, it
everything
does.
to do with integrity. Who are you off of that motherfucking basketball court? Period. It don't got nothing to do with status. Am I Jason Tatum? Am I some random nigga?
I'll
walking
tell you
around
right now,
shit? It don't
Jason Tatum walked in here
it
right
don't
now,
got
y'all would act
nothing.
different.
I don't give a fuck about who Jason Tatum is. I have
That's
my
facts.
own.
100%.
And that's why it's important to know who you are. You're not
Yo.
defined by nobody else. Period.
Honestly, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Period.
But a lot of women talk trash about Future, right? Talk about he's toxic king, he's this and that. But those same women, if Future walked into the room, they will not be able to stop looking at that
That's
man.
100% facts.
1,000%.
That's 100% facts.
You know why? Because they don't believe and they don't trust in themselves. They haven't. They have a purpose. They have something that they want to do. They have a purpose. They have something that they want to do, but they know because I let you talk, homeboy. let me
But
finish.
isn't it
And I think this is gonna be
She
a wrap.
wasn't done. She wasn't
Okay,
done.
let her finish. But isn't that contradictory
Yo,
though?
one mic,
If
cricket.
they have a statement, but yet again flip flop when it comes to future in the building, isn't that contradictory? That means everything that they believe in does not make any sense. So they should have no say.
But it again, it goes back to the person. It goes back to the self.
Okay.
Whenever you are true,
On their needs or wants, or
whenever you are established, whenever you are happy, whenever you are content with yourself, it could be It don't. The name doesn't matter. And I promise you, because I've lived that and I've did that and I've done that. I'm not no simple ass. Imagine, and I will go do that shit with my
that's-
motherfucking nigga.
That's what's up.
Home.
That's what's up.
That's one, and that's
what's up.
one.
Period.
Genuinely,
Respectfully, period. I don't got to
And-
shit on nobody. I will
and-
give everybody a hug and a kiss before I leave this bitch. Future included. Jason Tatum included. But I will leave this bitch happy with food, with my kids, and a toy if Target is open on my way home to my
You're-
kids.
you're a
That's
real
'cause
one for
I
that?
love myself, and I love my family, and I love my past, and I love my present, and I love my future, and I love where I'm
Word.
going.
You a real one
Period.
for that, but there's a lot of
Period.
women out
And
here
it's-
who
it's-
are,
you're right.
these
You're
hoes
right.
ain't
I don't
loyal.
disagree with that. I won't
You're
disagree.
right. You're
No.
right.
Before we wrap it up, I got a question for her because she was saying a lot of stuff,
Good
dog.
night. Good night. It's a wrap. It's a
Dog,
wrap.
I want to wrap it up because she been
It's
saying
a
a lot of
wrap.
things. I want to
I
speak
hate
to her,
it's a
dog.
wrap. It's a wrap.
Listen,
It's a wrap.
Go ahead.
I want to ask you some questions because I noticed. Yeah, I noticed you got a problem with everything. Yeah, you do. This man said, "I
You
want a
just got a
girl.
problem with me personally, and I like
I want
that.
a girl
so
who
what's up?
can be my peace."
I-
And you were
I
like,
couldn't hear
why
you.
This man was like, "I need a woman who can be my peace," and you were like, "Why she gotta be your peace though?"
I
I'm
didn't
like,
say that,
"Nigga,
sweetheart.
why not?" Yeah, you did. You were like, "Why she gotta be your peace?"
Why are you
Nigga,
paying so
why
much
not?
attention to me? I don't think I said
Because you
that.
saying the
Papa.
most and nobody's combating it.
Huh?
That's because you saying the most and nobody's combating it. That's
Is
why.
nobody combating it?
What?
Do you want to fight with me off camera? We could do that if you
No,
need to.
I want to have a conversation with you on camera. That's what I want to do.
We could talk about it. So I want you to go back to your original point. What's up? What's up, Papa? Tell me.
When you was like,
Demon.
"Why she got to be your peace?" I'm like, "Why not? Why can't she be my peace for?"
Due to the fact that I don't remember said statement as a woman and as a man, again, I made the statement earlier of complimentary piece. Like, I want women and men to complement each other, you know? I could be your piece, you could be my passion. You know what I mean? You could be my lover, you could be my fighter. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I would want personally. But as I said, my statement that I can definitely claim is that there is no monolith for a woman. What I would love from my partner, from you, from whoever, is different from what Cricket would want, different from what Danielle would have wanted, different from any of the women in the audience would want. That's what I'm saying. So if you ask about me and my peace, I would love, I get peace from the Lord God, okay? So let's talk about that. I have peace internally. I've come to peace and healing from my own experiences, sweetheart. Okay? But for what you want and you regard as peace in your own woman, I wish you the best of luck, my friend. I really do. Sweetheart, I'm not done. And we're about to cut it too.
That's it. That's it.
Have to cut this sexual tension off.
Section. I mean, we got
I don't think it's sexual attention.
We got
I don't think it's sexual attention, but we did have an amazing.
I just see my homie wrap it up with his last thoughts.
We had sexual tension.
Honestly,
Shit.
it is. I
Bring it
don't-
home, B. Bring
I
it
don't know
home.
where we left off this conversation, but I will say I did enjoy having this multitude of different black experiences.
I agree that.
Gathered
Thank you,
together, different parts of the world coming together, different ideologies and thought processes, right? Different ways we look at things coming together, having a real, genuine, peaceful conversation about it, rapping about it.
And as for black women, because I said I won't speak, but right now I can speak and say that I really appreciate the opportunity to converse amongst black men, hear the different experiences, opinions.
We
and
respect you.
And
We
that-
respect all
that's
y'all.
what I'm saying. Like, I
Right.
respect their opinions as well. Excuse me, all of your opinions as well, because they're valid, they're true, and they're
That's right.
intentional. And I will never deny or compromise that. So thank you for that. And as a black woman, we are not all monoliths. No woman is the same as the other.
And no man too.
And no man is the, again, I can't speak for them, so I won't speak on them, but that's exactly
Right,
why
right.
I appreciate and I continue to love and seek black men in every way that I can.
I was just gonna say this is part one of a larger conversation.
I agree.
And we're gonna keep talking about it. And I hope I can have you guys come on more. And Big Crick, take it away.
I just want to end with Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday. Like I really do like.
This guy stinks.
I swear, like Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday, and I love love. Because like love really does conquer all. And but I'm dead ass. Like I'm a fighter at heart. I'm very resistant at heart, but I really truly do believe that love conquers all. And no matter what conversation has had today, I told Brandon or Kim over here, and I want to tell this story too. I don't care how much longer we have left, but I remember being 5 years old and literally praying to God at night, and I was like, "And God, I love everybody in the whole world, and when I grow up, I can't wait to meet everybody I said I love." And when I really meet people and I say that I love everybody, I really truly mean that I love every single body. And if anybody sees this episode, or if anybody is here and they want to reach out, I mean, I'm 30 years old. I don't know much, but
And you've been
I
consistent
have the
and disciplined.
wisdom of the ancestors. I'll just put it like that. But at the end of the day, everybody, happy Valentine's Day. I hope that everybody received something, no matter how big or no matter how minute the idea or the spirit that you felt or the energy that you got from this episode. Like, this dialogue was all out of love, no matter how crazy you saw that it got. A lot of us, most of us, it's our time meeting. Some of us, it's the first time us meeting each other, but
Won't be the last.
and it won't. And I truly mean that. If anybody here has any reservations about everything, or they want to know anything about anything, and they have a question and you're young, you guys are the same age as my youngest sister. And if I was her age, or if I had anybody around the same age as her, I would let her know. Or if I had any advice to say to you guys, is to keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, and especially you, because I can see the value in you for the most part. But definitely you.
Yo, I'm so
I can
dead,
see
bro.
that, like,
Damn.
whatever it is that you're doing, because when I receive something from the universe, I have to tell it to that person, and I'm dead ass serious about it. Whatever it is that you're doing, keep doing what you're doing, and don't focus on nothing else, because whatever it is that you want, it will come to you. And I truly mean that, and it really will come to you, Brandon. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing, because you have a purpose and you have a presence. Everybody, every single body does here, but I just felt it from your energy the most. But I love every single body, and happy Valentine's Day, and good night. It's a wrap.
Super sluts, holla at me.